Warzone's where I got my start. Done a ton of Warzone events and hoping to do a lot more in the future.
Awesome, man. Listen, bro, guys, today we got a lot of things to talk about.
Ok, chat. So, estas cuatro personas, por lo menos el que es Ripples y J-God. J-God es el tipo que tú miras para cuando quieras saber sobre números, ¿ok? Si tú quieres saber de números, tú ves a J-God. Voy a subir el volumen ahora.
I'll give you the quick rundown.
Ok. Si tú quieres saber de números en Warzone, de las armas en Warzone y cosas así, tú quieres hablar.
Of everything going on.
Tú quieres saber de este tipo. Tú quieres seguir a J-God. Ripples es un excelente creador de contenido, excelente jugador de Warzone. Tiene que ser de la gente más tryhard en todo esto. Joe, él es el papizongo. Él fue de los primeros con excelente movement en Warzone 1. Y es jugador de control. Todos estos son jugadores de control. Y Goach, nunca lo he visto. Este es nuevo para mí. Pero aparentemente es un caster de Warzone.
And Goj is going to play a big part of this. So off rip, we got a little hacker situation that kind of came out today. And we found out that somebody came clean about hacking, which we'll talk about that. Or not came clean, but was exposed, right? And then we have World Series of Warzone announcement. Finally things are getting moving, and we have dates for the stage 1 semifinals and finals of the World Series of Warzone, which Goj is here to. We're gonna talk about that. That's the goal right there. And then
Si no hay exclamación
also,
cámara,
a lot
¿acaso?
of people don't know, but the whole Scummin Huskers unrational situation has an update.
It's evolved, right?
It's evolved into something crazy, which we shall get into. But boys, let's address what I think a lot of people are here for off rip, and that is the hacker situation, man. So, do any one of you guys want to give a quick little rundown of what happened? If anybody wants to, if not, I don't care. I'll do it. But up to you guys.
I mean,
okay,
Joe, you probably are on the ground floor maybe a bit more than me if you want to rip it.
Yeah, so basically on Twitter today, there was somebody that was in a Discord call with their friend. According to a couple responses, they didn't know that they were recording the conversation. That's a whole nother thing. And then they said and admitted to cheating in Warzone. Now,
Oh. Ok. Voy a escuchar eso de nuevo para traducirlo. Porque esta es la parte importante, ¿ok? Lo voy a traducir.
If anybody wants to, if not, I don't care. I'll do it. But up to you guys.
I mean,
okay,
Joe, you probably are on the ground floor maybe a bit more than me if you want to rip it.
yeah, so basically on Twitter today, there was somebody that was in a Discord call with their friend. According to a couple responses, they didn't know that they were recording the conversation. That's a whole nother thing. And then they said and admitted to cheating in Warzone. Now, according to them, they aren't cheating now. They cheated in the past. But if you were once a cheater, why would you not cheat now? But it is what it is.
Ok, so aparentemente una de las personas que... Ok, ahora mismo en Twitter está sucediendo un drama. Porque alguien admitió que era un hacker. Y admitió que era un hacker porque pues él quería hacerse unos chavitos, ganando competencia, robando dinero básicamente. Pero aparentemente él lo admitió y no sabía que lo estaban grabando. Eso es algo que es un detalle que yo no sabía. Solamente viendo el clip de Twitter, yo no sabía que eso era así. Yo pensaba que era como que él lo estaba admitiendo y ya.
So then they started to out other people, say I was cheating because this person told me to.
Entonces ahora aparentemente ellos empezaron a acusar a otras personas diciendo, yo estaba hackeando porque esta persona me dijo que yo hackeara y qué sé yo.
And the list goes on. And then with the other person, they were also outing other people and just got, exposed themselves and other people.
Also, for clarification, what's the time frame that this cheating was supposedly taking place? Because like you said, they're not cheating now. So when were they supposedly cheating?
So they said they were supposedly...
Ajá, ellos están diciendo que supuestamente no están hackeando ahora. Que supuestamente era antes que hackeaban, pero nada, después de que tú hackeas una vez, lo admitas. Después de que tú admitas que tú hackeaste una sola vez, tú perdiste la credibilidad de todo el mundo.
Cheating during Caldera, during 2v2 wagers and everything like that. Mind you, they were playing wagers against, me, Huskers, other streamers, playing on CMG, and their partner apparently told them to cheat and that's why they were cheating. And so they were cheating in Caldera. They said they started to cheat at the beginning of Warzone 2, but not now. So
Ok. Supuestamente ellos hackeaban para los tiempos de Caldera en Wagers. Esa era la única forma de conseguir dinero antes. O esperabas para la World Series de Warzone o participabas en Wagers o torneitos que habían por ahí en Warzone 2. Era la única forma competitiva de realmente jugar. Era por dinero. Y aparentemente ellos hackearon porque uno de su equipo les dijo a los otros dos: hey, hackeen y vamos a hacernos chavos, básicamente. Supuestamente hackearon en Warzone 1. Supuestamente hackearon a principios de Warzone 2. Ya con eso te fuiste. O sea, ya con eso te fuiste. Ya es GG. Eso me dices que Tyson habló del tema. No creo que haya hablado de todo. Porque ellos van a entrevistar al hacker. Como que si el resumen de Tyson no es de este video, pues realmente no es un resumen. Es un resumen de lo que pasó en Twitter.
Si encima estaba su que sabía lo de los chetos y además que no ha dado nada para que todo el mundo se... Claro, player de considerado como...
Sí. Esto no es suficiente. Eso no es la información que quiero buscar porque quiero ver la entrevista.
we're cheating then. Why would you not just cheat now for the biggest tournament that we have coming up? So, yeah.
And to add some more context to that too, like as you look at Cyrus's like earnings over the course of Warzone, 0 in Verdansk, several small events in Caldera, and then several more events in Al Mazrah in a much more limited amount of time. So how many of those events was he actually cheating? Nobody actually knows, but the fact that he was cheating during both of those two maps kind of shows on paper as well. And to be very, totally transparent, people beat him when he was cheating probably. $5,600 earned in total that I have documented, which means, plus or minus another like 0.12 on that.
So, aparentemente él se hizo aproximadamente $56,000 en torneo, lo cual sí es mucho cuando lo comparas, pero sí es mucho, pero no es mucho porque claramente estaba perdiendo los torneos, o sea, estaba hackeando y como quiera perdía contra los mejores del mundo.
Just based on like smaller events.
And also, apparently, he was playing a lot of wagers. I think that's where people have a lot of problem with is he was playing like hundreds of dollars of wagers to be 2ing against other people and larger creators that didn't know that he was cheating. So I think that like his tournament side is obviously a problem too, but I think the wager side is the biggest thing. People were like, dude, you were cheating and playing to be...
Ok, so el problema más grande que ellos tienen es que estaba haciendo en Wagers. Wagers es cuando yo y True Alex, vamos contra Yuma y Euren. Y vamos a apostar $25. Y apostamos, si pierdo, pues estoy $25. El problema ahí es que es más grande porque le estás quitando los chavos a la persona directamente. Estás hackeando y le estás robando los chavos a alguien.
There's no way to track that either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they're saying that the time frame that was mentioned on Twitter was from November 30th to December 17th. And this is this year, correct? Because this is where things start to get a little fuzzy on
So he cheated until the season 1 update or what? The mid-season update?
That's
like Ricochet caught me. I'm done.
So
I don't know.
I'm hearing that it was from Caldera. From what I read, it sounded like it was from December. So I'm assuming of last year, December to November of all Caldera, right? That's here. Let me just double check that.
But I also think for his video, he said he started cheating at the beginning of Warzone.
Yuma, estos son tus audífonos. Se parecen un montón los audífonos que tiene Reapers a los audífonos que estás vendiendo.
And then he stopped. But again, if you're cheating in Caldera and then you start to cheat in Warzone 2, why would you?
He did it in the video, right? But he didn't know he was being recorded. So, like, he's probably honest in the clip, right? Like, it's not like right now we brought him on and he says, you know what, I stopped. Like, this was in a private conversation where there's probably no judgment. So I would say the benefit of the doubt, they probably were being truthful because they didn't lie about anything, But who knows? Like you said, once a cheater, always a cheater. So can't have both sides of it.
Here is the rundown. Here is like if anybody wants a short summary. My guy Cyrus, he was in a Discord call with one of his friends, I believe, and they were talking, and whoever it was on the call pretty much recorded the call, and Cyrus admitted to cheating back in Caldera, right? Caldera of November through December, right? For those months. And in those months, he played wagers, won money. And his reasoning for it, he just came out with a statement saying that the reason why he cheated was because he needed the money. And then, which obviously not an excuse at all. But two, the more like kind of like, okay, this is where things get a little weird, is he called out, again, before I even say this, I want everybody to don't go and take anybody's word as true. Make your own opinions on things, because we're not here to, let's say, solidify, right? We're not here to ruin this guy's career. If this, you never know, this could not be true. So again, how many times have we seen on the internet where things like people lie about shit? I'm not saying Cyrus is lying. I'm not saying anybody. I'm just saying like take everything with a grain of salt and just keep an open mind, right? So pretty much Cyrus said that this guy Solidify pretty much told Cyrus to buy hacks so they could duo together and then make money together, because Cyrus needed the money and Solidify wanted to win, I guess, right?
So, supuestamente es Solidify, que es el teammate, el equipo, le dice a Cyrus, hey, Cyrus, cómprate hacks, nos hacemos equipo, y yo con la reputación y tú con los hacks, pues vamos a partir y vamos a hacernos par de chavos.
Solidify came out with a statement right after me going live.
El que admitió a tener hacks es Cyrus. Ese fue el que se fue viral en Twitter. Esta persona. A ver si lo consigo rapidito. Probablemente lo puedo conseguir bien rápido. Vamos para Twitter.
The bread.
So este es Cyrus.
And then as soon as I was able to get a couple dollars to my name.
Did Solidify ever hack?
Nah, he never used it.
So él está diciendo que Solidify, que el otro nunca hackeó. Reaper es el que le está preguntando a Cyrus. Cyrus lo está admitiendo, Reaper lo está grabando. Cyrus no sabe que Reaper lo está grabando.
He just made people use it for him.
He literally bought people cheats. That's funny.
Oh, so Solidify compraba los hacks. Le compraba los hacks a Cyrus. Él no lo usaba, él solamente le daba a los chavos para que los comprara. Ese es otro nivel.
If you guys want me to read it out, I can show you.
Yeah, he needs to learn to use the paragraph button, bro. The enter button to make some spacing. That is a wall of text, dog.
Yeah, okay,
like, press enter.
Also, real quick too, before that.
Oh, este es el que están acusando. O sea, este es el que Cyrus dice que su teammate era el Solidify. Se llama Brandon.
Crazy thing is, and I don't like the excuse that he needed the money, because what he was earning, the money he was earning was just stolen by cheating his friends. Like, I hate, like, and again, he's cheating. So, like, him using the excuse of I needed the money is just BS, because you're literally hacking in a video game to steal your friend's money. Like, I don't like that, but...
We'll get into it. We'll get into it, right?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with this, but go ahead. If you want to read it, Hector, go for it.
Yeah, let me read it. So this is, I also, just so everybody knows, Cyrus reached out to us and said he wanted to be on the podcast, and what's it called? And then so obviously we wanted to make sure that if Cyrus is going to get on, we gave the opportunity to Solidify if he wanted to come on as well. He denied it. He doesn't want to come on.
Okay, so vamos a tener a Cyrus. Vamos a tener a esta persona en el podcast. Ya lo que rompieron consiguiendo a esta persona. So vamos a tener a esta persona en el podcast, pero no vamos a tener al equipo de él, que fue el que puso el post bien largo.
He doesn't, Solidify said he doesn't like drama. He's gonna give a statement, let things happen, whatever.
Te cuidas, Caronte.
What they want to believe. So let me read what he says. I haven't even read this yet, so let's see. So Cyrus cheating has everything to do with him and how in debt and down bad he was, and nothing to do with me. No one peer pressured him to do anything. He asked me and others to fund him plenty of times, and that's all I did. Was lend the kid money.
Psycho, te borré el mensaje porque decía no quería que ese mensaje estuviera ahí circulando mucho tiempo.
Sent him money on PayPal on November 29th. He bought the cheats September 20th.
Okay, él está leyendo esto. Déjame leerlo yo. Cyrus cheating has everything to do with him and how in depth and down bad he was. Ok, so ya aquí Solidify le está diciéndole está diciendo que Cyrus haciendo trampa, ese era un problema completamente de él. No es algo que tiene que ver conmigo. Nadie lo apresuró, nadie lo obligó a conseguir los hacks. Él me dijo que él me preguntó él me preguntó a mí y a varias personas por dinero varias veces. Y eso es todo lo que hice. Le di el dinero. Y él preguntó por un mes entero por ese dinero. Los screenshots míos demuestran que yo le mandé dinero el 29 de noviembre y que él compró los hacks el septiembre 20. O sea, que ya había comprado los hacks. Nada, básicamente está tratando de hacerlo sentir como si el nene estaba tan desesperado por dinero que él estaba pidiendo dinero a todo el mundo, hackeando para robar dinero, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. So él admite que él sabía que él estaba hackeando. So aquí en este post, Solidify admite que él sabía que Cyrus estaba hackeando. Chat, se los digo desde ahora. Aquí nadie, si tú eres hacker, no me lo digas, porque yo te voy a poner en TikTok y te voy a exponer al mundo entero. Tú no me digas que estás hackeando, porque yo te voy a hacer la vida un desastre. Así que ya la cagaste. Si tú admites que tú eres hacker, yo no me voy a reservar ese comentario, papi. Yo te voy a tirar al infierno.
Right, so October, November, okay, yeah, so about a month later. The kid literally preached to me how much in need of money he was, and all I did was lend him it when he asked. He's done other stupid shit before, like shave his head for cash, which I also offered to cover his debt he owed other people, just so the kid could keep his hair. It's sad to see how many of my quote-unquote friends jumped on the bandwagon so quick when I tweeted out red box gifts every time I lost him, and even messaged Sammy, I think that's Omit Sammy, in February saying he's one PC check away from being gone. A mistake was knowing he was doing it and not doing more, but I never had anything to do with him cheating. Just felt bad because he's a good kid deep down. I thought so at the time, in parentheses, and figured he would stop when his debt is paid off. Appreciate those people that were defending me. Y'all are real ones, and I've never cheated. I'm open to a PC check from anyone at any given time, and have gotten plenty of them over the years with nothing coming up. So that is Cyrus's side of the story, which I feel like it's always gonna be he said, she said.
No, esa fue el side of the story de Solidify.
No matter what, right? And I don't know. What's y'all's take? What's y'all's take?
I mean, here's the thing. Regardless of whether he did or not, he knew the guy was cheating and he played with him for money. I mean, right? Like, that's a simple fact. Now, yes, Cyrus is underage. Yes, Solidify, I think it's like 24 or something like that. But like, even regardless of any of that, you played with a guy, scam people for money. You knew he was cheating. You never said anything about it. You kept playing with him. Period. End of sentence.
I agree.
Sí, si tú juegas con un hacker que tú sabes que estás hackeando, tú también eres hacker, mala mía. Tú también deberías ser baneado y multado.
It's a big thing I think not a lot of people are talking about.
Si tú lo sabes, si estás admitiendo que lo sabes, ya te cortaste las patas.
Again, these are some pretty big accusations that Cyrus is throwing out, saying that, oh, he made me do it. He made me. He told me, like, obviously, Solidify saying, oh, he just wanted money. Like, I didn't make him do anything, right? But at the end of the day, they're both at fault. Cyrus, obviously, for cheating, and then Solidify for playing with him, knowing that he was cheating, right? So I don't know, man. Joe, what's your thought? What's your takes on all this?
I just think it's weird, and again, I take Cyrus's word too as a grain of salt.
Gracias, 19 Ken.
He was, I think, 16 at the time, and everybody here and everybody that hears this, we've all made.
Exacto, lo usó. Él dijo, Acho, si yo me quedo callado, puedo jugar con este tipo que claramente está hackeando. Puedo sacarle par de chavo a este tipo. Eso fue exactamente lo que hizo. Pero de nuevo, esa no es la historia real. Esa es la historia de parte de Solidify. Cyrus dice lo opuesto. Cyrus dice que Solidify le dio los chavos para que él comprara los hacks.
An excuse at all, but he was 16. The other side of that is, if that is true, that he was telling his teammate was telling him to cheat, it's hard to buy that, because it sounds like he's like trying to tell, because somebody else, that's the reason he was cheating, not being like, yo, I screwed up, I just cheated because of me. But if so, that is also just as weird for his teammate to know he's cheating, know he's robbing people, and then fund the cheats of his teammate. That's just next level crazy.
Look, I'm gonna say this as well. I'm gonna just throw this out there, because I saw people saying like, oh, I can't believe you recorded your homie, all this shit. I'm gonna be honest, like whether, like, Solidify in the chat was saying like, when did I ever play with him, right? So I'm guessing he's saying that he never played with him. But let's just push that aside. The fact that he knew that he had hacks and didn't say anything, in my opinion, and this goes for everybody in the community, if you know somebody that's cheating and you're not speaking up about it, in my opinion, you're just as wrong as the person cheating. If I personally, of course, it was kind of a quote unquote weird move that his friend recorded Cyrus talking about this, like he confided in him. But at the end of the day, bro, like I've said this before, like let's say somebody in my house, so I'm talking Sage, Diaz, if I found out these guys were hacking, I would dead ass expose them in front of everybody. Why? Because like
eso es lo que acabo de decir. So, él está diciendo que si yo sé que alguien está hackeando y yo no lo digo, yo estuviera mal. Así que si yo me entero que alguien está hackeando en esta comunidad, yo lo voy a exponer, yo lo voy a decir. Y eso fue exactamente lo que dije ahorita.
You're literally ruining people's lives at that point, right? Like you truly are. So that's kind of my take on this. I don't think it is definitely quote unquote weird, but at the end of the day, like that's one less hacker we have to worry about, like out on the battlefield, right? And we know a lot of this shit with the World Series of Warzone, everything going on. Like you never know, bro. I mean, if this is one person, like who, right? He's a quote unquote what people call wager kid, right? Dude, he just said he's exposing my nudes. What the fuck? Anyways.
Wait a second.
But like, I'm curious to see on land, bro, who's gonna just come out and just shoot circles. Because like
it's not about it. So here's the thing, for the so with all this stuff coming out, and I feel like this isn't even too much to ask. I've seen people be like, some people can't afford that. You can use your phone. I think, bro, for stage 1 finals, for the qualifiers, you have to monitor cam, you have to set up cam every single player. I don't care if you think like, I don't like the way I look on camera, you're gonna have, if you guys qualify, you're gonna be on land in front of cameras and people, so you better get used to it. I think for stage 1 finals, we make it a thing. Every single person has to monitor cam, has to set up cam, no questions asked.
So, aparentemente en Stage 1, que es la primera parte del World Series, del torneo grande de Warzone, tú no tienes que streamear y tampoco tienes que enseñar cámara, ni cámara de monitor, ni cámara de las manos. Joe está diciendo que a mí no me importa, pero si tú estás participando en el World Series, tú tienes que hacerte esas 3 cosas. Tienes que streamear, tienes que enseñar cámara, tienes que enseñar todo. Aparentemente en el Stage 2, que es la segunda parte del World Series, hay varias partes, sí tienes que hacerlo, pero en Stage 1 no. Joe quiere que desde el principio se pueda hacer.
In my opinion, you do a fucking setup cam where it's a wide angle of like everything in your general, like, you know, I don't even know if that's possible, but bro, we've seen people have like a regular monitor cam, but then they're fucking, it's a fake one.
It's up here. Or no, and for everybody that's gonna say like you can't do that, you can hook up your iPhone to OBS, you put it on a tripod mounted behind a book behind you, and just put it on 0.5
you don't
zoom.
even need to go crazy with it. Everyone has at least a phone.
Everyone has, like, I don't like that excuse. I think for stage 1 finals, every single person competing has a
I think in
full setup cam.
stage they do have to have camera, just not the quals.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Stage 1 finals, you have to have a face cam on, not monitor cam.
Not monitor, face cam.
Has to be a face cam. So
what about the first round, the qual? That one does too, correct? Or no?
The custom quals? I don't believe so, because there's no like main broadcast for the custom quals.
Yeah.
So they're not requiring it. I think it's twofold requirement. One, to make sure you're the person you say you are while you're playing, but two, it's like, hey, we need this for broadcast because we're going to be potentially showing those, right?
Players,
like you want to show.
Well, no, they'll
somebody
just use
actual
their spectator camera, right?
I couldn't tell you.
No, I'm more memeing because the game don't have one.
Spectator.
Well,
I'm curious to
is the
see.
answer, unfortunately.
You know, that's kind of crazy if you think about it. That like the broadcast is kind of the main concern instead of like the integrity of the tournament.
Well, and I say
know.
that I think it's twofold. I think the integrity of the tournament is, hey, and we're getting a little off topic. I think it's a long conversation.
Estoy de acuerdo, o sea, como que ya el problema de los hackers se está volviendo... Lo que están diciendo aquí es que hay una discusión bien grande en las cosas que tienes que tener. Tienes que tener una cámara para la cara, tienes que tener una cámara para las manos, tienes que tener una cámara para el monitor, para saber si todo esto está hackeando. O sea, Reapers lo que está diciendo es que en verdad que como que nos estamos separando mucho. Tenemos que pasar tanto trabajo para poder competir por culpa de toda esta gente que está dañando el juego. O sea, hay que hacer tantos pasos solamente porque no hay una forma de 100% saber si alguien está hackeando o no.
We'll have later, but like, you know, the integrity of the tournament is we want to make sure you are who you say you are while you're playing. That's the first and foremost thing. Then the second thing is if they want to use cams for later, then great. But yeah, I don't know. You know, Joe, what you were saying about the monitor cam and the setup cam, totally agree. I just think there should be a more robust admin system that goes through a full walkthrough of every player system beforehand, does like tech checks, like even not the same day, like runs through PC checks, does tech checks, makes sure everything's set up the way it's supposed to set up, and then watches you boot your PC up. Now I know it's not as like great, but that seems normal for esports.
But think about it though, is
Es que ahora hay tantas cosas para ocultar todo eso en los monitores. Eso es otra cosa que dijo, o sea, fue otro argumento que trajo Joe Wow, que dijo que hay gente que lo miente, hay gente que puede poner un monitor de embuste. Que como que ese no es el verdadero monitor, cosas así, o sea.
they could still have all of that, and then right before the game one starts, they have a full cam on, talking to chat, quick little toggle, tab out, all that. The thing that would fix all that was, again, like, and everybody has a phone, bro. You put your phone up, and like, I feel like every competitor, if there's any competitors that are against that, there's a red flag sus. Why are you against that? It's the biggest tournament we have, but like, I think everybody at this point, because of things like this are happening now, like everybody should agree today, tomorrow, this weekend, because it's in what, like a week, where we have to have a setup cam. Every single person, doesn't matter who you are, has to have that.
I mean, we're getting a little bit off topic. Like I said, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I hope that the LAN comes and exposes.
So, Joe Wow quiere que la comunidad competitiva como que diga, mira, corillo, todo el mundo tiene que hacer esto, tiene que poner una cámara atrás que grabe todo el setup, y si no puede, ya eso es un red flag. O sea, si no puedes hacerlo, si dices que no, ya eres sospechoso. Porque en parte es verdad, o sea, si tú quieres que esto sea tu vida, tú puedes hacer eso, tú puedes poner una cámara detrás del monitor. Detrás de tu
kind of go back
setup.
into the topic at hand, right? And let's let Cyrus have the floor here and kind of bring him on and have him explain his side of the story. Again, we're not here like to say we're here. I want to hear what he has to say, and I'm not here again. As always, I'm not gonna pick a side or anything like that. We're gonna give Cyrus the floor to see what he has to say, especially because Solidify just came in.
To be honest, it doesn't matter. A lot of people get caught and nothing really happens. They lose a couple of viewers and keep moving. Las personas que han descubierto 100% no vuelven. Los que descubren 100% no vuelven. Los que son sospechosos todavía, que no lo han descubierto 100%, fue Magnificent. Que Magnificent sí lo banearon permanentemente, pero como que nadie realmente lo vio jugando con hacks. Claramente tenía hacks porque lo banearon permanentemente. pero no todo el mundo cree, no todo el mundo en la comunidad cree que si te banean permanentemente es que estás hackeando. No todo el mundo en la comunidad cree eso. Y en parte no lo creemos porque Activision no lo ha dicho. O sea, lo que Activision sí ha... Activision le admitió eso a algunas personas, pero no lo admitió públicamente. Lo admitieron detrás. O sea, como que, mira, esto es lo que pasa. Como que se lo dijeron a alguien en privado y esa persona en privado regó la voz. Como que si Activision lo dijera públicamente, hey, si estás permanente baneado hasta ahora, es que 100% eras hacker, Magnificent se va, un par de gente se va. Pero hay otros que hackearon un montón, que en verdad perdieron un montón de vistas. Hay uno que acusaron de hackear que nunca lo habían baneado. Este fue el más raro de todo, que fue Shifty. Ahora mismo el número 2 o número 1 del mundo, Shifty. Ese tipo perdió muchísima reputación porque los pro players decían, no, ese tipo está hackeando 100%, está hackeando 100%, pero nunca lo banearon. Así que yo creo que ahí, después de ahí fue que la comunidad empezó como a bajarle a las acusaciones porque no tenían evidencia y Activision nunca baneó a Shifty.
And gave his response to it. Again, Solidify, if you change your mind and you do want to come on, if you're in the chat, let me know, man. Let him know. So I'm going to drag him in. And boys, I'm going to let him have the floor. So this one and drag him in. Hello.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, Cyrus? How you doing, man?
Talk
to me, bro.
Fortunate to meet under these circumstances.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got caught.
Parece que yo soy parte del
took
panel.
responsibility
Del
for,
panel. Quepo
back
perfecto en este cuadrito.
we got exposed and I admitted to it. So I mean, do you want me to give like a story, like a quick summary? Like
Okay,
go ahead.
Ok, este es Cypher. Recuerda, este es Cypher. Cypher era. Cypher. ¿Cuál era el nombre de él?
Yeah. And then we got into bro.
Cyrus. So, este que está hablando es Cyrus, supuestamente.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So back around like September 2022,
Look at Free, they ban him and shadow at him a lot. He just creates a new account and moves on. Free es otro. Free Gaming es otro. Pero es por eso, es porque la comunidad todavía no cree que... La comunidad todavía no cree que si te banean permanentemente 100% estabas hackeando. La comunidad no cree eso. Y no lo cree porque Activision no lo admite. Pero es Free otro que me tiene bien decepcionado. Yo no sabía que él estuvo permabaneado. Yo no lo sabía. Y yo admiraba a Free Gaming un montón porque él hace un tipo de contenido en TikTok que yo pienso que es bien valioso que yo no hacía. Primero porque la calidad nunca fuera tan alta. Y segundo porque eres bien difícil de hacer. No puede ser tan consistente. Pero...
I was pretty much like yes, with going to Solidify's tweet, he had mentioned that I was in debt. Yes, I was in debt to known player Autonomy, and I was in debt to Woba, a known guy too. And I made some bad money management things, and luckily, he said I cut my hair and stuff for cash. I had a great Woba and the guy named Density. He helped me out and cut my hair for money, and he cleared my debt, which I'm grateful for him. And then later on, I just...
So, aparentemente este chamaquito tenía problemas de dinero. Chat, él tiene 16 años. 16. O sea, ¿en qué problemas de dinero tú te estás metiendo a los 16 años? O sea, no es que no tienes chavo para pagarle a tu familia. Porque no tienes papá, tu mamá es drogadicta y tienes que cuidar a tu hijo, a tu hermano. O sea, ¿en qué problema de dinero tú te estás metiendo a los 16 años? Yo no sé. Pero aparentemente él tiene un problema de dinero.
Just wasn't really winning any tourneys. And I got pretty much... I was in the best... Basically at the lowest point of my life. And I was hanging around Solidify because I know he's with Doom. He's around like a lot of like S-tier players. You know, just to like make a sort of like a friendship, you know, in a way.
Yeah.
Later on, I start to have like no money for entry fees for tournaments, money for anything. And people saying, yeah, why don't you get a job? A lot of that, I just want to explain myself. I mean, I had a previous mistake when I was younger, which involved it in legal reasons. So it's harder. It's very, very, very 10 times difficult. Well, they don't know my personal life, but it's 10 times difficult for me to get a job at my age.
So, de nuevo, aparentemente hay unas razones legales que nosotros no entendemos porque él no puede entrar mucho en detalle. Aparentemente hay problemas legales. Y hay una razón por la que él no podía conseguir trabajo fácil. Y hay una razón por la que él no podía conseguir dinero. Mi guess es que probablemente es convicto. O sea, ¿qué te puede evitar a conseguir trabajo? Supongo que fuiste a la cárcel fuiste a una cárcel de menores de edad y eso te afecta. Esa es mi única... O sea, ¿qué te puede evitar? ¿Qué te puede evitar ir al trabajo? Conseguir un trabajo cuando eres menor de edad.
Right now. But that's not it.
Tal vez ya tiene un hijo, o tal vez endeudó a la familia con algo a los 16 años.
Anyways, I cheated and I made the mistake. Anyways, so Solidify, we had talked, we were popped into a Discord call, a private one, not a channel, like a private call for an hour. I have the message, like the Discord messages, not messages, but like the notification where it says I was on call with him. And he was telling me, you know, like I was telling him how down bad I was, how I need money. I was wondering if you can help me find some child and I'll respect this cash. And he was like, nah. And he explained to me he's tired of getting cheated on. He's just basically like telling me like he's just tired of like playing cheaters. He doesn't know who's cheating. He thinks a lot of people are cheating at the time.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then we somewhat told the conversation about cheating, and he had told me like, look, if you was to hack, no one would ever catch you. You know, you've been playing the game. You're on a single monitor, single PC. You know, no one's gonna really believe. You know, and I first denied multiple times. He's not gonna say that I denied it, but I did. And then I just started thinking I'm thinking like, you know, no one's gonna really believe, you know, and I first denied multiple times. He's not gonna say that I denied it, but I did. And then I just started thinking I'm thinking like, there's no other option. I mean, there's other option, but at the time I didn't think there was any other option. And I pretty much eventually stuck on, and I agreed, yeah. He wanted me to play with him while I was using cheats.
Ok, so aquí supuestamente en una conversación que... ¿Cuál era el nombre de este chamaco de nuevo? Cyrus. O sea, aparentemente en una conversación de Cyrus con Solidify, Solidify y Cyrus en una llamada de Discord, Cyrus le dice a Solidify, mira, en verdad es que tengo un montón de problemas de dinero, me puedes ayudar a conseguir unos wagers, tratar de ganar. Entonces Solidify se está quejando, es que estoy cansado de perder, siento que todo el mundo está hackeando, qué sé yo. De momento Solidify supuestamente le dice, mira, en verdad, cómprate hacks, ponte hacks, vamos a hacer un dúo y vamos a ganar un par de wagers, vamos a ganar un par de torneitos, algo así, no sé. Cyrus, chico, ¿qué pasa? No sé, man. No sé por qué se me olvida el nombre de Cyrus. Es que lo confundo con Cypher.
September 20th, he had sent me half funds because I had a little bit of money in my account, and he sent me half funds, and I had bought cheats, and yes, we played wagers. And I apologize, and I do want to say this to the Warzone community, well, wager to the competitive scene, that I am extremely apologize for the people that I played with Solidified during those wagers. I apologize to the people that whoever I had played with you when I was with them, I apologize. And yes, there's no other way to say it.
So él le está diciendo perdón a toda la gente con la que él jugó junto con Solidify, porque ganaron wagers, ganaron 2-2, donde apostaron dinero y ganaron un montón de dinero y lo hicieron un montón de veces. So él le está diciendo perdón a toda esa gente.
And yeah, and then pretty much I played some wagers with them to get cash in a greedy way.
Lo cual me importaría, me importa absolutamente nada que me diga perdón, devuélveme el dinero y ya, no me vuelvas a hablar en tu vida, pero no me importa que me digas perdón, en verdad, decir perdón es la última cosa que me importaría de tu vida, Solamente devuélvame los chavos de todas las veces que competimos y yo perdí contra ti, porque yo no sé, yo no voy a saber cuándo usaste hacks y cuándo no. Tal vez en una usaste hacks y en otras no. Devuélveme los chavos de todas las veces que competimos y ya, me olvido de ti, no vuelvo a hablar de ti en tu vida, en mi vida, no vuelvo a saber quién tú eres. Pero, perdón, no me importa.
And he profited from it 100%. He knew, and then I had stopped for a month period, because behind this,
Paró por un mes, supuestamente.
I got into the scene early Caldera. Like I got off pure talent, pure skill. Like, but this mistake led me down the wrong path.
So, él entró al competitivo a través de Caldera. O sea, ni siquiera fue en Verdansk. Fue en Caldera. Recuerden que en Verdansk es cuando los hackers estaban volando. Aparentemente en Caldera fue que este tipo empezó a hackear.
And then around November, I had purchased them again. There's a screenshot on Twitter I posted. I had bought again. I was playing 1v1s on CMG. I had won a tournament on Novem on CMG. I had won with cheats. But then
Ganó un torneo en CMG, creo que fue, con hacks.
the day comes December 17th,
Diciembre 17. Fecha importante aparentemente.
and we got into an argument while we were playing a wager, and he basically just gave me the whole kick down the dirt treatment. Fuck you. Like, sorry for my language. I apologize, but you know, he basically did me like that, and that's the day. No one's gonna believe me, but that's the day that I had stopped talking to him, and that's the day I had stopped using any type of cheats or any malicious software.
So, supuestamente estuvieron en una discusión, creo que no específico con quién, yo creo que es con Solidify. Discutieron un día en Caldera, tuvieron una pelea bien fuerte donde se separaron y supuestamente después de ese día él dejó de usar hacks. ¿Quién le cree? Ese es el problema. Después de que hackeas una vez, eres hacker por toda tu vida. O sea, si tú hackeas y lo admites, o te cogen, te mangan, o sea, tienes que cambiar de carrera. No puedes volver a ser gamer competitivo en tu vida.
And the whole main reason I did it was because of money, and it's not an excuse, but I definitely take responsibility for my actions, and I apologize to everyone else that I did this with, that I heard. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So just, I know it's getting asked a lot. What cheats did you have, right? Like, was it just walls, or was it something else?
No, it was just simply
Le está preguntando cuáles son los hacks que tenía.
walls.
Walls.
Yeah.
Wall hacks, dice él, que era wall hacks nada más.
That's it.
Boys,
And some of the stuff that I saw, did you know that your friend was recording you?
Oh no,
during
I
that
wasn't.
call? Or
Sorry,
like
sorry.
so like whenever like all that stuff got out, was that like a known thing that your friend was recording, or was that just like super random, like you were like, oh wow?
To answer your question, sorry for interrupting, but yes,
Oh, you're
to answer your question, no, I did not know. I was under the influence, right?
So, él le estaba preguntando que cuando se grabó esta conversación, si él sabía que el pana Reaper lo estaba grabando. Él está diciendo que no lo sabía.
At the top that night, and we were just chilling, cordial vibe, and then I did not know he was recording at all. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. So no, I did not know he was recording, and he had made a tweet today saying he's gonna expose, and yeah, he let me know that he was gonna make a tweet because he felt like he had a moral as a decent person, which I told him I understood, and yeah.
Ok.
I think the
So, básicamente el pana... Básicamente esta persona... El que graba a Cyrus, que es Reaper. Básicamente Reaper lo graba. Se da cuenta que, mira, en verdad, esta persona acaba de admitir que hackeó. Que estaba hackeando. Yo tengo una responsabilidad como parte de la comunidad de exponerlo. Y lo expuso. Eso es básicamente lo que pasó aquí. Como que es igual, como que si tú entras en una llamada de Discord conmigo un día y me dices, mira, en verdad, super, yo hackeé, que se diga lo otro. Un botón al replay buffer, grabo los últimos 2 minutos, va expuesto en Twitter. Básicamente eso fue lo que pasó.
The question most people are asking, because like totally understand, don't agree with, but understand where you're coming from with your story.
Eso es lo más que usan wallhacks. Es que, de nuevo, es lo único que no se puede... O sea, es lo único que tú puedes ver. O sea, es lo único que hasta un mismo jugador profesional no va a poder determinar. Porque tal vez, lo escuchó. Tal vez tenía conocimiento del mapa. Tal vez fue una predicción. Porque las predicciones son muy posibles de hacer. Pero sí, de nuevo, yo lo que siempre he dicho es que un jugador profesional probablemente no tiene aimbot. Porque es bien obvio. Si algo va a tener, va a ser wallhacks. O cosas como Cronus o qué sé yo, que aparentemente el Cronus no funciona. Además de eso, wallhacks.
You know, aside from all of that.
¿Lo que sobró? No sé, se me olvidó. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Arigato. I'm sorry.
That getting rid of all of that, your age, everything. Like you and I both know cheating is wrong. Period.
100%.
And you've accepted that. But the big question is, I mean, like, how much money do you think you have robbed from other people by cheating? Because you said you played sometimes with cheats, sometimes not. Like, do you have a number in your brain? Because like I think that's where most people are at.
So le está preguntando cuánto dinero él cree que robó a través de él estar hackeando. Una pregunta buena.
That is like, you actually stole money from people.
Yes, 100%. It's less than 1,000 for sure because I was playing when I had during the end of Caldera. It was wagers with Solidify. We had played
menos de $1,000, él dice.
Whatever child he would tell me get a child. It'd be either from 25 to 50, etc. Somewhere around there. And then I had used in 1v1s on the CMG website so that you could probably find that out and then the one Nalvam tournament Al Mazrah, the first CMG, which is like early, like the beginning of the season 1. And so I mean I can't really tell you an amount. I mean either way it's still a good amount to be, you know, it's wrong.
So algo bien importante que la gente no está hablando de esto porque están pensando más en el lado competitivo. ¿Ok? So él dice, le robé menos de $1,000 a la gente en torneo. Ajá. Menos de $1,000. ¿Y qué tal los cientos de dólares que te han donado en el stream? Tus suscriptores y tus seguidores. O sea, para mí también le estás robando a tus seguidores y tus suscriptores. O sea, si tú eres creador de contenido, tú estás hackeando, tú le estás robando a la comunidad de Warzone y le estás robando a tu propia comunidad. Porque la gente está donando porque cree que tú eres bueno. Cuando eres un maldito perdedor, un inútil, un asco de ser humano. O sea, le estás robando a todo el mundo.
But yeah, I can't really tell you an exact amount, but
That's good. Yeah, I just was curious. And look, I'm, you know, you elected to come onto the podcast on your own, for which like you reached out to Hector and basically said, "Can I come on?" So, you know, there's no like, we're not here to just grill you because we just all think what you did is wrong, and that it is what it is, and we're gonna move on from it. It was more so just kind of information. So I appreciate that.
100%. And I also want to throw like when people were like obviously no one's gonna really understand the situation, and I'm not asking them to understand, but when you're in a position where you can't really like besides gaming get another like any source of income, well maybe I'm not smart enough to know, but that was just the time period, and me and Solidify was talking to me and telling me, you know, like, you know, I should do this, and hearing that like in your ear at the moment at a low point of your life, you kind of like switch to a yes no, I don't want to do, I do, like, you know, it's like a war in your head of like, is it bad if I do it?
Se le está creando una historia, qué sé yo, para que tú le cojas un poquito de empatía. Donde él está diciendo, "Ay, en un punto de mi vida donde yo no podía conseguir trabajo de ninguna forma, no tenía forma de generar dinero, me hacía falta dinero. De momento estas cosas se ven apetizantes, ¿entiendes? Se ven como que... hay una palabra que es tentadora. Esto se ve bien tentador. Pero, mano, te hiciste menos de 1,000 pesos, supuestamente. O sea, si a ti te hace falta chavos de verdad, y tú lo que logras es conseguir menos de $1,000. O sea, ¿qué? Vete a lavar el carro. O sea, si es menos de $1,000 lo que tú necesitas, vete a lavar el carro. O sea, ¿cómo que no puedes conseguir chavos?
And it's, you know, like, so in a way he peer pressured, yes, but I still was the one that took it and downloaded it. But I just don't want to say that I don't want anyone to consistently think in their head that I had the intention or the idea to cheat all in my own head. It was never a thought in my head until that conversation that we had that night with Solidify.
So just I know right when I started the podcast today, Solidify gave his response to that.
Yeah, read by Dark.
Obviously, I don't know if you've read it or not, or I'm assuming you have. He denies saying or peer pressuring you that you were the one, you know, that.
Yes.
So is he, obviously I'm not here to pick sides. We're just here to let you guys have a voice. If you guys wanted to, again, we extended the invite to Solidify. He didn't want to. If what you're saying, what you're saying, sorry, is correct, and he did do that, that's, in my opinion, that's fucked up on a lot of levels, equally as fucked up as, you know, you cheating.
Yes.
But so a couple things. One, can you confirm that you guys did play together? And two, what's kind of your response to his saying that he didn't ask you or anything like that?
Well, I could definitely, 100% I can confirm that we definitely played together when I only in the end of Caldera, I only played with him when I had a cheese. Like, I was not using it, like, it's hard to believe, I understand, obviously, you know.
O sea, él dice que él solamente usó los hacks cuando estaba jugando con Solidify. Además de eso, siempre que él jugó con Solidify, siempre tenía hacks.
Once a cheater is always a cheater, but like, he told me to load it up when I was with him, blah, blah, blah. We played, and yeah. And second to the answer of your question, I took a picture because he has me blocked. Oh, I haven't blocked. But he had said, I mean, my response to his tweet, he was saying that no one peer pressures him, and I asked him for funds plenty of times. I didn't ask him for funds plenty of times. I definitely asked him to cover me for a chow, and I'll you know, and I'm locked in, like, you know, I'm gonna respect, you know, but, and then he said, which he asked for an entire month after he already bought the cheats. So yeah, no, after he had, you know, helped me purchase the cheats, I had not really asked him for any money, because, you know, we was playing and we were robbing people, and then,
like actually robbing though, like literally robbing people.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like no sugarcoating it, yeah, and yeah, so that's what, I mean, my response to him is he's trying to say that it's everything to do with me. I chose to take that decision, you know, and that's not the case at all. And it's going to be a he said, she said. But the case is that he definitely put that idea into my head. He told me that I was never going to get caught, which is, you know, I mean, that wasn't the main, like, oh.
O sea, básicamente Solidify está diciendo que no, yo no sabía, bueno, es que sí sabía. Nunca le dije que lo comprara, nunca le pagué los chavos, nunca le di chavos para que comprara hacks, nada de eso. Pero aparentemente, ¿qué fue lo que dijo? Mala mía.
And yeah, so that's what, I mean, my response to him is he's trying to say that it's everything to do with me. I chose to take that decision, you know, and that's not the case at all. And it's going to be a he said, she said. But the case is that
Sí, o sea, que básicamente Solidify fue uno de los propulsores. O sea, cuando él supuestamente estaba en este momento bien bajo de su vida, donde las cosas se ven tentadoras, el pequeño demonio y ángel que te sale a mano derecha o mano izquierda, uno de ellos era Solidified. O sea, como que él era la tentación, él era el demonio diciendo, hazlo, vamos, hazlo.
He definitely put that idea into my head. He told me that I was never gonna get caught, which is, you know, I mean, that wasn't the main, like, oh, I'm gonna get it. But it was more of a, you know, he was trying to sugarcoat it, saying, oh yeah, you do this, you know, he makes profit, I get to bounce back from the situation I was in. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, definitely my response to him is, yeah, I don't know why he has to sit there and lie. He knows exactly what happened. And I mean, like I said, I have nothing to hide because obviously I've already been exposed, and when I already know what I did was wrong since day one. So I just want to get that out there.
Boys, do you guys have anything? I have some questions. But,
yeah, I have a quick question. So with your accounts, did you use multiple accounts? Because obviously during Caldera, the Ricochet was like trash towards the end. I think it's been at times better and times worse. So like, how does that work with your account situation? Did you use your main, like those types of things?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really a techie type of PC person, so I don't know about anything about Ricochet in the system. But I was only playing on my main account. At the time.
Siempre utilizó su propia cuenta.
Yeah, so that's I was only playing on my main account.
And is that account still live now, or has that account been banned?
No, my account has not been banned.
No han baneado la cuenta que él usó para usar hacks. O sea que para Ricochet también es bien difícil descubrir wall hacks. De nuevo, aimbot. Chat, dejen de acusar a la gente de aimbot. ¿Ok? Es poco probable. Cuando es aimbot se nota bien brutal. Pero wall hacks.
I had got a 2-month period shadow ban account there, but that was even before. I had provided proof of when the cheats were bought on the account that I had used for the cheats, and it shows that I got shadow banned around August, and I purchased the cheats September. So they had falsely shadow banned me for 2 months before. But besides
Before you
that,
even
no.
had the cheats.
Yes.
After the fact.
So él dice que los shadow banearon antes de haber comprado hacks. Yo no sé cuán real es esto, ¿verdad? Pero si esto es real, esto confirma que la gente que los terminan shadow baneando sigue sin querer. O sea, como que hay una forma de lograr que la gente termine siendo shadow baneada que no está hackeando.
After the fact that you cheated, nothing, no shadow ban, no, and pretty much have gone undetectable.
What about when the game transferred over to Warzone 2? Were you actively cheating at any point during that time?
Yes, I definitely. In the beginning, in the first, I only had played 1v1s on CMG, because that's the second time he fully funded me the purchase with cheats.
Anoncito, gracias por las rosas en TikTok. Diego, gracias por las rosas.
1v1s on CMG. He told me to play some 1v1s on CMG. No one's gonna catch me on there. Blah blah blah. He played a Novam, which was like I forgot how much it was, but I think it was like a 500 prize pool.
The thing is about that it's just hard to kind of like see that story. Is like you're saying that it's your teammate's fault that you were cheating. No. Then for Warzone, it's not his fault, but like he was a primary reason that you started cheating, right? But then you were playing 1v1s, which he's not like telling you to like cheat with him in chows. You're playing 1v1s by yourself, just cheating like against other people. Like it's not like there's like he's like at your setup like with a knife to your throat, like cheat now. Like it's just you. Then it's just you, and you're cheating against other people. Like that's 1v1s. That's not against like other people.
Okay, so en Warzone 2, cuando él se transfirió a Warzone 2, él siguió hackeando a principios de Warzone 2 supuestamente, haciendo 1-para-1 wagers.
100%.
Flaco Dios, gracias por la rosa, Flaco Dios, ¿cómo estamos? Muchas gracias por la suscripción, papi. ¿Cómo llegaste al canal?
Actions like I had cheated, and yeah, I mean there's no way I can ever even sugarcoat this. Like I literally take full responsibility, because even though he had put the idea into my head and I still played with.
Les recuerdo, chat, la cuenta de este tipo todavía no está baneada. ¿Entienden eso? O sea, esta persona todavía no está baneada. Esta persona todavía puede jugar Warzone en su cuenta regular si le da la gana. Con todo y eso que están admitiendo que hackeó.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still did it. You know
ya,
what I mean?
Flaco Dios.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to how do I say this? I didn't want to bring someone down with me once I got exposed, but I did not want to know. I didn't want to let the truth where it comes to where people think I was a bad person, because the people who know me from day one know that I've always been a good person and good energy and positive, and I made a very, very, very bad mistake down the road, and then I know a lot of people are very upset and mad at me, you know, which is understandable.
Look, I can't speak about who you are as a person. I have other people saying you're a great person in DMs. That's fantastic. You might be one of the best people that I've ever met. That doesn't change the fact you cheated, and you know that, and you've said that. Your life's not over. You're still a dude. You can still do your thing. You can still do whatever you want. But, you know, obviously your time competing in Warzone for at least a extended period of time is over, and that's okay. You can move on and go do some other stuff. But you as a guy, you're still a guy. You're gonna be fine. Everything's good. And I, you know, I believe some of the people that are vouching for your character.
So, nada, él está diciendo que, bueno, tu tiempo como jugador competitivo, o sea, él está diciendo, el Cyrus terminó lo que estaba diciendo como que, bueno, en verdad yo siempre he sido una persona buena. La gente que juega conmigo, que sabe que me conocen, saben que yo soy una buena persona, qué sé yo. El otro está diciendo básicamente, en verdad, que yo no sé quién tú eres, tampoco me importa. Por lo menos tu tiempo como jugador competitivo ya terminó. Y espero que entiendas eso, que ha terminado por un periodo de tiempo bastante largo. Pero que tu vida no ha terminado, ¿entiendes? Que eso es verdad. O sea, tu vida no ha terminado. Simplemente no vuelvas a competir. Y ya.
But that's not for us to discuss. That's more of just a you know, a note for you. It's just like, look, it's gonna be okay, but you're gonna have to figure it out in another scene. My only question, and I would love you to don't say this out loud, please, but if you'll just DM me what cheat provider you used. If it's one of the ones that is main, that's great. I just want to know from a Ricochet standpoint, is Ricochet not working for one in, you know, specific user or whatever? Was it a fluke, or was it like, hey, this provider is doing something different?
Yeah, I understand. I could definitely DM you that.
Okay. Don't say it out loud, and I'm not gonna go cheat. Just throwing that out there.
Go just on.
So, lo último que le pidió fue, por favor, no lo digas en stream. Y me gustó de la forma que le hizo esto. Pero dijo, por favor, no lo digas en stream, pero pásame por DM cuál es la página a la que le compraste los hacks. Porque él es un caster. Significa que él tiene una comunicación con Activision que no mucha gente tiene. Él es un caster, significa que él puede decirle, mira, algo está haciendo esta página de cheats, algo está haciendo esta página de hacks que Ricochet, que es el anti-cheat de Warzone, no lo está protegiendo. Así que eso fue una buena pregunta y un buen dato que le está pidiendo.
Speaking of the list, is there any other people that you know of that like either like asked you and know that you cheated also, that they're like, yo, we know that you cheat? Who is there people like, is there any other people that you know is cheating for sure too, that you're like, yo, they're cheating?
No, I mean, I can definitely tell you this, I mean, as real as again, I do not know anybody that is cheating, and
él dice que él no conoce a nadie que hackea.
there is no one that knows that I had cheated besides
Él dice que nadie sabe que él hackea excepto Solidify.
Solidify. I mean, like, there is no, I mean, I didn't tell anybody, because obviously it's, I mean, you know, if he had told other people, that's on him. I'm pretty sure he did, because I had heard that he was spreading some stuff around about me, and you know, but
So aparentemente Solidify sí le dijo a otra gente. Pero él dice que él nunca le ha dicho a nadie excepto Solidify.
I had not told
Y que tampoco conoce gente que hackea.
anybody that I had cheated, and I don't know anyone that's cheating currently or previously.
So I guess, like, why did your friend start recording that now, and why did you feel like you should tell him that story now rather than like at the time you started cheating or like anything like that? Because it's kind of hard to buy. You're saying that only he knew, but then you were in Discord with your friend telling him the story and all that kind of stuff. Like, was that just like you were drunk, like you said, or was that or like?
Él no dijo drunk, dijo high. Dijo que estaba en droga.
Why now?
By the way, that was recorded months ago.
That was months ago.
Yeah, that was in my old apartment. I had moved.
So, esa grabación es vieja. Esto es un problema. So, esa grabación es vieja.
So that wasn't like last night.
No, that was like probably, I'm gonna be honest.
Damn, he's just been holding on to that one.
No, eso es un problema porque significa que él lo pensó. Significa que este chamaco el Reaper, aparentemente guardó la grabación, lleva como más de un mes guardando la grabación, guardando la evidencia. Puede ser interesante. Yo veo razones para guardar evidencia, siempre y cuando no la borres. Porque, por ejemplo, vamos a suponer que tú estás haciendo una investigación donde estás capturando muchos hackers y necesitas mucha información. Si tú escuchas eso hoy y lo dices mañana, ya todas las demás personas que tú puedes cachar no los puedes perseguir. Porque tú eres una persona que chotea. Eso no los puedes perseguir. So, tienes que reservarte eso para tratar de seguir buscando información. Pero no creo que eso fue lo que hizo. Yo creo que simplemente no se atrevía o qué sé yo. Lo cual también es un poquito aceptable que una persona que no tenga tanta influencia en la industria o qué sé yo, que quiera reservarse algunas cosas porque tiene miedo de asociarse con esta gente. O sea, él estaba sentado en Discord, en una llamada de Discord con alguien que es hacker. Así que yo puedo entender cómo es que eso tal vez te haga sentir, diablo, si yo revelo esto, ahora la gente va a pensar que yo también hackeo y qué sé yo. So, también puedo entender esa parte.
That you were cheating for that long too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not throwing any shade on him.
Se puede ver la fecha en el desktop. Oh. So, nadie cachó eso.
So look, this is how I stopped being cool with him. We were playing Claptic.
No se ve la fecha, solamente se ve la hora.
What he's supposed to do, but I'm pretty sure he's been holding on to that for about 2 to 3 months.
And is there just I don't know if it matters or not, but just for my curiosity, is there a reason why all of a sudden you think that he put that out today, or
sorry?
Oh, Vap just said that he thinks, or Vap just said that Vap made him post it.
Oh, well, I mean, if they did that, then I guess they did. I don't know. We were just playing Warzone Rank today. We've been playing Warzone Rank for the past week. I mean, I maybe because I've left the game because the vibes weren't so good. I told him. I don't know. I've not purposely disrespected the guy that posted it.
So, Cyrus aparentemente ya no estaba jugando Warzone. Él solamente volvió a jugar Warzone cuando empezó a jugar Warzone Rank. Lo cual un montón de gente competitiva volvió a Warzone nada más que por el Rank. Yo lo entiendo perfectamente, eso es todo lo que yo quiero jugar.
Or hurt him in any type of way. So I mean, he posted that out of his own goodwill.
But also, he still knew that you were cheating for months. So,
I mean, he had that information for about a while. Yes.
Yeah, eso está fuerte. Está fuerte.
Okay, that's good to know because I fucking thought that this was last night. Well,
todos pensábamos que eso fue ayer.
I mean, like I said, Cyrus, if you say there's nobody else that you know, just if in my opinion, obviously you are. I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna take whatever you say, and obviously take it with a grain of salt. But if you say that, but just for anybody here in the chat or anybody watching, like if people know that people are hacking and shit, and you guys know and aren't saying shit, you're just as guilty, bro. And if you like, I think you're gonna get exposed regardless. It's gonna.
Pero ¿y qué importa que sea viejo? Espérate, ¿de qué tú hablas? El video. No, es por eso. Es porque significa que él sabía que esta persona era un hacker y decidió reservarse esa información por 1 o 2 meses o más y después revelarlo, en vez de revelarlo en el momento o el día después. O sea, todo el mundo pensaba que era ayer. Eso el problema es que le da un poquito de sospecha a la persona que guardó esa información. Ese es el único problema aquí. De nuevo, de la única forma que yo puedo justificar tú guardar esa información por bastante tiempo sin que te ponga sospecha a ti es que tú estés haciendo una investigación. Si tú estás un montón de tiempo, si tú estás investigando y descubres que esta persona es hacker y tú conoces los 5 mejores amigos, pues tú vas a guardar esa información callado, que nadie se entere de quién tú eres y qué estás haciendo, y vas a tratar de conseguir confesiones de otras personas. Pero si tú mañana revelas esta información, pues ya esas personas no los puedes cachar, no puedes descubrir que están hackeando, porque no te lo van a admitir a ti. Si tú eres una persona que ya tú expones a las personas, no te lo van a admitir a ti. Después de que tú expongas a una persona hoy, ya nadie va a querer admitirlo contigo. So, si tú quieres exponer muchas personas a la vez, tú tienes que tratar de reservarte esa información, ir acumulando mucha información y después exponerlo todo a la misma vez. Pero no puedes hacerlo uno por uno porque ya con uno que lo hagas dañaste tu oportunidad.
It might, who knows, with Ricochet and all that shit, it might take a lot longer, right? But like, we're trying to, like, Warzone is legitimately trying to be an esport, and we're finally taking steps to have something nice. And the community complains so much about, like, oh, we want to be taken serious, but then half of the people who fucking cheat and don't say nothing. Like, it's bullshit to me. So obviously that's not to you, Cyrus. I know, like I said, I from what I'm getting in the DMs and from what I'm hearing, you're a good guy. But unfortunately, you made a dumb mistake, and mistakes have consequences, and it is what it is. Now you deal with the repercussions of your actions, right? Again, do I think you should be getting death threats and all this shit? No, like, right? But you know, whatever comes from this, you know, like, you know, it's the grave that you dug. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope. How old are you, Cyrus?
Just 17. I just turned, yeah.
17 años de edad. Tiene 17 años. Hace un año con 16, él estaba con mucha necesidad de dinero. Repito, no es que no le creo que no haya necesidad de dinero. Pero no es lo mismo que tú me digas, hey, yo soy de Argentina, yo soy de Venezuela, a que tú me digas, hey, yo soy de Estados fucking Unidos y tengo mucha necesidad de dinero. O no es lo mismo que tú me digas, ah, yo soy de Puerto Rico, no tengo papá, no tengo mamá, tengo hermanitos, hackear en videojuegos o vender droga. No es lo mismo. No creo que estamos hablando de la misma persona.
17.
So you just turned 17. Man, just speaking to you as not as like, just as a human to human, bro. Let this be a life lesson. If it is true, like, again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that that what you said about Solidify is true, but if that is true, let this be known that you are who you hang around with, and that goes for everybody in the chat. Just be careful who you surround yourself with. You're 17, you're gonna make mistakes, and I hope you take this as a learning lesson and move on. You know, I don't know what the future means for Warzone or what it means for gaming, right? I don't know, but I hope you know that you are ready to deal with the consequences, right?
No, 100%. I mean, like, sorry to interrupt you, but like, you know, I'm definitely. I mean, obviously, I wasn't expecting to ever be exposed, but I mean, here I are, and I'm definitely. I definitely already know the consequences. I mean, regardless. I mean, regardless, I'm still gonna. You know, I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna play Warzone. I mean, like, yeah, I get my reputation is probably blown out the window for a very, very, very long time. But it's not gonna change the fact of who I am and how passionate I am when it comes to gaming. And I just want to know that, like, no matter how many people want to talk and send me dumb messages and say blah blah blah, like, it ain't gonna change. You know, like, I'm still gonna.
I hate when people use their age as an excuse and say, "Oh, you're gonna make a mistake." If you're 16 or 17, you don't know better. You're a fucking liar. O sea, hay muchos errores que tú vas a cometer. Hay muchos errores que tú vas a cometer a los 16 o 17 años. Eso, no estoy 100% en contra de eso. Especialmente vocabulario que tú utilizas, forma que te diriges a las personas, forma en que eres tal vez racista o homofóbico, comentarios, chistes bien oscuros. Hay muchos errores de esos que tú vas a cometer. Pero cuando estás hackeando, o sea, tú sabes desde los 3, 4 años, tú sabes que robar es malo. Esa es de las primeras cosas que uno aprende. Tú sabes desde chiquito, desde niño, tú sabes que robar es malo y que matar es malo. Tú lo sabes, eso es algo que lo sabe cualquier persona. Si estás hackeando en juegos competitivos para ganar dinero sobre personas que están tratando de hacerlo de una forma que requiere habilidad, estás robando. Es como es de la forma que estás robando. Así que tú tienes la capacidad a los 16 o 17 años para entender que estás haciendo algo mal. Porque tú sabes que robar es malo.
Gonna, you know, still be the same good person I was, you know.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of also see it as you saying that you're taking full responsibility. Like,
Yes.
that's great, but I feel like if you're saying you should take full responsibility, you should pay back the people that you cheated against and robbed for money. I feel like if you're saying taking full responsibility, even if times are hard, if that's you and you said you can't have a job, which I don't understand that, but you going to get a job or doing something to then, that would be, in my opinion, taking full responsibility, would be paying back every single person that you cheated against. That's how to get your credibility back as a person, as a man, being like, yo, I screwed up, here's how I fixed it, I paid back every single.
Ahí, muy bien, exacto. Aquí Joe Wow está tocando el tema que yo toqué al principio de este podcast. Y es que él está diciendo, mira, si en verdad tú quieres coger responsabilidad completa y admitirle a la gente que tú estabas mal y demostrar a la gente que te sientes mal, tienes que volver a pagarle el dinero a la gente. O sea, todo lo que robaste, todos los wagers que hiciste, donde tú crees que 100% hackeaste y hasta los que probablemente no hackeaste, pero que por lo menos hackeaste, por lo menos que jugaste en ese cierto tiempo, devolverle los chavos. Tienes que devolverle los chavos. Con eso ganas el respeto de mucha gente. En parte. No creo que no es suficiente para volver a la escena. De nuevo, en mi opinión, tu oportunidad para volver a la escena la perdiste al 100%. Ya eso es un strike. Esa tiene solamente puedes fallar una vez en eso. No puedes fallar más de una vez.
Person.
Okay, yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you, and that is something that I've been brought to my attention. I've already thought about. I mean, I'm currently looking anyways for jobs right now. And if I actually do get a job, which I hope I do, because that was the goal. Then I definitely will, because the people that I robbed were good people, and they always were good to me. You know, such as, you know, I'm gonna throw a little name like Omen Otter, Omen Brex. You know, those people, they've always been good people, and there's more to it. So I mean, if I'm able to get a consistent cash flow income via job, then yes, I will definitely take full credibility and pay those people back once I get the chance. Well, as fast as I can. Yeah.
Good.
Cool. Well, I mean, I don't think there's, I mean, unless you guys have anything, I don't think there's, and obviously Solidify's not here to speak on that, and I don't want to turn this into a he said, she said thing, and there's no, like, you said what you needed to say as far as, like, the Solidify thing. Is there anything else, or anybody here, that anything else, any last questions or statements?
I mean, I just wanna probably just say, you know, a lot of people should just watch who they hang around. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of experience already since Caldera. Like, just, you know, around people, you know, like a lot of people are not your friend. A lot of people will just use you till they get a certain spot into the scene or whatever. And I made a lot of mistakes doing that, and that's a mistake that cost me my reputation right now. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much my message. Just be aware of who's in your circle, and be aware of who you let your, how do I say, be aware of who you tell your plan to.
Okay. Boys, anybody else have anything to say?
No, you know, appreciate you coming on, Cyrus, and being real. Take care of yourself. Everything's gonna be fine. But we'll, you know, obviously probably won't see you in the Warzone scene for a while.
Yeah, and that is okay. That is the consequence. So thank you for having me on. Thank you for letting me be able to speak the truth, speak my truth. You know, I'll be able to publicly let people know that I am, you know, deeply sorry for what I've done, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Okay. All right, cool.
Goodbye.
All right, later, man.
All right, una buena despedida.
Boys, change of fucking plans. Solidify just said link me cord. So.
Solidify dijo que viene. Solidify va a hablar.
So he'll be jumping up.
Estoy diciendo, esta información no la íbamos a conseguir en el video de Tyson. No la íbamos a conseguir en el video de Tyson.
Over here.
Yeah,
do you want to debrief on this first, or you just want to jump straight in with him? I'm
go
down for
ahead.
either.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm
Debrief.
saying just us in general.
Yeah, we can debrief real quick before I'm gonna send him the Discord. So if you guys want to talk, go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, Joe, how are you feeling, bro? Look, because
I'm just. I mean, I played against him, so like I'm
That's
just
what I'm
annoyed.
saying.
But also like again.
Joe Huevo ha jugado en contra del pana que estaba hackeando, que sabemos que es
Though,
hacker.
it takes a lot to be 16 and 17 and be like, yo, I screwed up. Like straight up, I screwed up. Like again.
Eso se lo doy. Joe Huevo está diciendo, mira, en verdad que me sorprende que el chamaco estaba como que admitiéndolo y diciendo en verdad que la cagué y qué sé yo. Y se la doy porque a los 16 o 17 años, o sea, tú eres tan ignorante a esa edad. O sea, ustedes no entienden lo ignorante que son a esa edad. O sea, la realidad, estoy hablando contigo que tienes 16, 17 años. Y él está un poquito sorprendido con eso.
Is he saying that because he got caught? Probably.
Well, that's what it comes down to.
Posiblemente.
Always. It's always like you're sorry you actually got caught. I mean, it's really hard to genuinely say you're sorry, because if you're really sorry, he would have came out. Even though that's the hardest shit to do, he would have came out on his own.
Es un buen punto.
Months ago, if he hasn't cheated since December 16th, like, you know what, I fucked up. I cheated you out of money. I'm gonna pay you back when I get the money. Like, come out with it. It is what it is. That would have been infinitely harder. If this guy doesn't rat him out with this video that's months old, literally.
Yo vos tienes razón en esa parte, pero es que también hemos visto muchos casos donde acusan a alguien y no admiten o no quieren dar cara en nada. Por ejemplo, este chamaco, el chamaco de TikTok que se fue viral un tiempo atrás haciendo trickshots y mierda. O sea, esa persona es un super fucking hacker. Es un hacker de los malos. Es un hacker de los que tiene aimbot, el morón ese. Y nunca ha dado cara, nunca ha admitido nada. Todo es un secreteo. ¿Cómo es que se llamaba ese tipo, chat? El que hacía trickshots. Warzone 1 trickshots. Verdansk. Side Logic, ese. Side Logic. Pero él tiene 2.2 millones de seguidores en TikTok. Esto es un clip de Verdance. El tipo está tratando de revivir su carrera.
I'm sorry for exposing this, but this secret attachment makes the Fennec unstoppable.
Bro, what?
Había unos clips que él puso recientemente que era tan obvio que el chamaco estaba hackeando. Porque es pa' colmo. Pa' colmo hace un tracking imposible. Y pa' colmo lo hace en teclado y ratón. O sea, en control tú puedes esconder muchas cosas. En teclado y ratón no lo puedes hacer. Tú no puedes esconder hacks con teclado y ratón, bro. O sea, aimbot me refiero. Yo no creo que yo jamás vaya a encontrar ese clip. Yo me acuerdo que yo lo vi y yo rápido fui a los comentarios. Y cuando fui a los comentarios, Cute estaba en los comentarios. Este tipo ni siquiera está tratando de esconder los hacks. Porque era tan obvio. Entonces la mierda es que él tiene un montón de cuentas. Este tipo ha tenido un montón de cuentas diferentes. Uy. Esto es una Landman Sub. What? Bro, déjate las cosas raras. Nada, continúa, espérate, nos distraímos.
He's not gonna come out and say, "Oh yeah, if I can, you know, sorry you got caught." You know, that's just how it is.
Also, it is weird. I thought.
No son hacks, son editados con After Effects los de Warzone 1. Son fake. Algunos son fake. Otros son 100% aimbot. él tiene unos sí y unos no. Yo no sé si tú sabías el drama de ese tipo, pero ese tipo lo expuso la novia. La exnovia de él expuso a Side Logic.
Just like Hector and probably all of us here thought this video was recorded last night.
Yeah.
That friend is just as weird for knowing and playing with them for
holding on to it, like blackmail, bro.
Yeah.
Not even telling him, "Hey, I got this secret video of you, dog.
Dude,
You better do what I want now." You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's kind of crazy to have that for 2 months. And like,
I just posted 2 months ago. Like, he's like, you know what, Bart? Fuck it,
That
let's do
dude's
it.
wild.
Like, what
That's
the
just
hell?
as weird. But also, I just feel like I don't know, man. I understand taking full accountability. In my opinion,
Todo
like
bien,
I
Newy.
said, the way to take responsibility, you pay the people back that you robbed, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
¿Estás de
responsibility.
acuerdo con eso?
Well, and
100%.
my problem is
Ahorra
I'm
los
sitting here with a
chavos,
split
ahorra
brain.
los
It's like,
chavos
obviously,
y
this kid made
págale
mistakes and he knows it
a la
now,
gente que le
or maybe
robaste.
he did and wasn't gonna admit to it.
100%.
Had honestly, kind of a hard story, a sad story, which is fair and totally justified. I think there's a lot of people that can probably identify with what he was saying of like, man, I've been in really bad spots and sometimes I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep moving. Doesn't make what he did right. And I'm such a big Warzone head and want Warzone competitive to go so far that I'm split brain. I'm like, I feel for you, kid, but at the same time, like, we got to get every single person like you out of the scene ASAP, because otherwise there is no future for Warzone in a competitive standpoint ever.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got people cheating for a long time and their main account's not even getting banned.
That's
crazy.
Wild.
That was he said he cheated. I don't know how many over the course of how many months. He also said he cheated in Warzone 2, right? Like,
Right.
bro.
Well, and
That's crazy.
I asked him to DM me the cheap.
So, ahí lo que le sorprendió es que todavía no está hackeado, todavía no está baneado. La cuenta real de un tipo que admitió que está baneando, que está hackeando, todavía no está baneado. Todavía.
Provider, I think he will. I've already had 3 or 4 people already DM me what it is, and apparently it's something that isn't detectable by Ricochet from most people's perspective. So like, obviously we can send that over to whoever's in charge to see if they can do something about it. But like, they're not, that's not the only provider that could probably avoid things, and it's a learning system too. It's like, hey, it's gonna take a while for it to catch up, and then once it finally does catch on to a process, it fixes it. That's why cheating got better for a really long time, and then it came back for a little while, and then it got bad again. Like, I mean, it's just always gonna
the
be
cycles.
a cycle.
It's always the cycles. But what I will say is, since this is fresh information, and obviously this was months ago, I'm sure there's gonna be people that played against him like Joe, and they're gonna look back at their little ledger and be like, "Yep, this guy fucked me out of $400 or whatever," and they'll get real numbers on the timeline. I think in the next couple days. Like, obviously this is fresh.
It's hard to buy. I'm pretty sure you said like under $1,000. So here's the thing, right? Again, maybe I'm wrong. Is him saying that he needed money to live? I guess if he was cheating for 8 months, $1,000 or however long. I mean, I'm assuming it's way longer than 8 months. If it was Caldera, and then also.
Eso es lo que estoy diciendo. Qué bueno que estás diciendo esto. Ya yo lo dije también. La gente está bien lenta con llegar a las conclusiones. Pero, de nuevo, si tú necesitas dinero, ¿ok? No estoy hablando de Latinoamérica. Estoy hablando de Estados Unidos. Donde comprarte un combo en McDonald's te va a salir en 11, 12 dólares. Si tú necesitas dinero y tú llevas hackeando 8 meses, un año entero, y lo único que generaste fueron $1,000, bro, tú te estabas muriendo de hambre. Tú con $1,000, tú no puedes sobrevivir ni un mes en Estados Unidos. O sea, eso está bien difícil. O sea, tú estás... Una excusa bien mala. Es una excusa bien mala. Es una excusa de parte de una persona completamente, absurdamente ignorante. That's it. Con $1,000 no puedes hacer nada por 8 meses.
Well, it sounded like September, right? September so it was
through
like for 3
December,
months.
I think. Yeah, but then he also said he was cheating in Warzone 2. So September through December, I think, of Caldera. That's what I'm understanding correctly. And then nobody has said how long he was cheating.
November 16th is when, so it was already out for a month on Warzone 2.
But I think aren't those dates Caldera, or those dates like?
O sea, si realmente necesitabas el dinero, no fueron $1,000 lo que te hiciste. ¿Ok? Vamos a asumir que realmente él necesitaba el dinero. Vamos a asumir que él en verdad era bien necesario porque se estaba muriendo. No fueron $1,000 lo que se robó. Fue mucho más dinero de eso. Porque de nuevo, tú no sobrevives con $1,000.
The dates, I mean, there's a lot of big question marks there, but I agree. Like, obviously he didn't earn it. Look, I had people DMing me saying like, I beat them all the time while he was cheating, right? So like, It is what it is. Like, cheats are not going to make everybody the best player in the game, and especially walls. Like, being able to take that information that it's giving you and being able to read that, like, you know, not everybody has that skill, and I think he's a solid player for the most part because he can compete when he's not cheating. But like, obviously, it didn't help him that much.
Yeah, I mean, well, all right. Let's hear. Solidify is here in the call. Let's bring him on and let's see what he has to say.
Aquí viene, chat. Aquí viene el hacker. Digo, no. Aquí viene el que supuestamente estaba diciendo era el tipo. Ey, cómprate los hacks. Ey, consíguete estos hacks.
Okay, dragging this.
¿Tendrá cámara?
Hello.
¿Prenderá su cámara?
Yo.
Solidify. Oh my God, I was not expecting your voice to sound like that. Was good, bro.
Oh, good, buddy. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good, bro. So just to bring you on, man, I wanted to, I DM'd you the same thing, and I'll say it here, is I wanted to give you the opportunity, right? I never want it to always be one person gives their side of the story while one person doesn't get a say. I always want it to be a neutral, fair thing. So, yeah, man, I kind of just want you to say whatever you need to say, man. And I kind of want to hear, obviously, he came on, you heard everything. He denied what you said. And so go ahead.
Pero Alex, él es 100% hacker. Ese es el tipo más perdedor. SideLogic, esa es la persona más perdedor que yo he visto en mucho tiempo, bro. Es increíble que él no se ha quitado de crear contenido de Warzone. Es bochornoso.
Everyone saying that I played with him knowing he was cheating, that is absolutely false. There was 2 red flags where I had assumptions. So at the end of Caldera, me and Cyrus, we played against Almighty TJ and...
So ella está diciendo que él no sabía que él estaba hackeando. Él está diciendo que él tuvo sospechas, pero que no estaba muy seguro.
Was it Jerky? We played them in like some little $25 wager, right? And they had asked Cyrus to monitor cam. And there was a lot of guys in this court, they can all attest to this. It was me, Vap, Awoba, Density, Valid Hands, Inveiled, Clinks Blaze, and a few others. So anyways, we're in this court, right? We're getting ready to play. TJ and Jerky are in the call. They're like, yo, Cyrus, can you just, can you close your game and just money? Or can you money cam? That's what they had asked for, right? And he's
aquí en esta llamada de Discord están compitiendo o algo así. Le están pidiendo, hey, Cyrus, ¿puedes enseñar tu monitor cam? ¿Puedes enseñar la cámara de tu monitor?
He's not a single monitor, so I don't think there's any way you can, you know, I'm not too goofy with that shit. Aside from everything that's been said, I don't know fuck all about cheats. But anyways, he to monitor cam, he had to close the game, right? So any of us that compete, you know, that's kind of a red flag, right?
Ok, so él tuvo que cerrar el juego para enseñar la cámara del monitor. Eso es lo que está diciendo. Como que eso está raro. O sea, ¿para qué tú tienes que cerrar el juego para enseñar la cámara del monitor? Porque es verdad, o sea, si tú tienes wallhacks, ¿verdad? Donde tú puedes ver enemigos en tu pantalla que realmente el juego no se ve porque tú estás grabando con Game Capture. O sea, para mí fuera imposible usar wallhacks porque yo grabo la pantalla entera. Yo no grabo mi juego. Mucha gente lo que usa para streamear es que graban su juego nada más. Entonces, si ellos cambian en la pantalla, si ellos enseñan Google Chrome, pues no se va a ver Google Chrome, porque no estoy grabando Google Chrome, estoy grabando el juego. Yo grabo mi pantalla completa, o sea, todo lo que está en la pantalla se va a ver. Yo tengo entendido que si tú tienes wallhacks, eso se va a ver. Y eso es lo que le sucedió a un chamaco recientemente, no me acuerdo cuál era el nombre, pero eso le sucedió a alguien. Así que en mi caso, de la forma que yo tengo mi stream seteado, yo no pudiera tener wallhacks. De todas formas, o sea, no hay forma de yo comprobar que yo hago de esa forma. Así que yo tuviera que poner una cámara aquí atrás. Así que al tipo le dicen, hey, ponte una cámara atrás en el monitor. Ponte una cámara en el monitor. Porque es verdad, si estás jugando con wallhacks. O sea, ¿cómo tú puedes esconder wallhacks cuando estás enseñando la cámara del monitor? ¿Puedes hacerlo? Yo estoy bastante seguro que no puedes esconder eso. O sea, puedes irte con otro tipo de hacks que supuestamente hay radares y todas las mierditas. Pero si estás enseñando el monitor, ¿cómo tú no grabas los wallhacks, enanito? O sea, si supuestamente eso existe, ¿cómo tú no grabas los wallhacks si estás apuntando a la pantalla con una cámara? ¿Cómo es posible esconder eso?
So anyways, we fast forward to that, we get absolutely mollywopped. And no offense to TJ and Jerky, to monitor cam, he had to close the game, right? So any of us that compete, you know, that's kind of a red flag, right? So anyways, we fast forward to that, we get absolutely mollywopped. And no offense to TJ and Jerky, I would just never imagine myself losing to them, but we did, you know. So that
Oh, ok. So, esta fue una de las sospechas que él tuvo. So, él tuvo que cerrar el juego para enseñar el monitor cam. Enseña el monitor cam, pone el monitor cam y pierden. O sea, en el wager pierden, le dan una prendida, o sea, los parten. Y él dice, mira, en verdad, yo nunca esperé perder contra estas dos personas en un wager. O sea, nunca esperaba perder aquí contra esta gente. Así que esta es como que mi sospecha de que mi equipo es un hacker.
That's where we had red flag number 1, right?
Esa es la primera sospecha de él, que perdió contra un equipo que no se supone que haya perdido.
Monitor cam is what you're saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was just we got fucking smoked. Like,
You can project a source in OBS. No entiendo.
those are just players you shouldn't be losing to. And his whole body language.
Voy para Discord, por si quieres explicarme eso. Y Enanito, si sabes una forma de evitarlo, también voy para Discord si quieres explicarme cómo es eso. By the way, todo esto va para mi canal de YouTube. Voy a... No estoy grabando esto, pero voy a coger el stream así mismo y así mismo va para YouTube con una miniatura.
Language. Even Vap is in the chat. I know Vap's mad at me.
No es footage de gameplay, so no hay blurriness.
Por eso no, o sea, va a ver súper alta calidad, sí.
Lo que me
he
refería
has
es
it on
que en
his-
OBS,
Ujú.
yo por lo menos uso el project, el project el source para no tener que switchar mi monitor para ver el gameplay de la capturada, de hacer el output de la capturadora, para no verlo en el monitor. Pues yo lo que hago es que voy a OBS y le doy right click en lo del el capture device del gato
Ujú.
y le doy project y lo hace project sin el overlay mío y todo eso, y así yo puedo verlo con el full cam. Pues yo vi a alguien
So que
lo
tú
que
puedes,
hizo
pero
fue que-
puedes proyectar el monitor. Ok, puedes proyectar OBS, pero ese es el screen que tú usas para jugar.
sí,
¿No tienes delay?
no, porque eso tiene las capturas recientes de el gato tienen no tienen delay porque tienen low latency. Pero
Pero no
lo
vas
que
a tener
yo
los
vi fue-
FPS, no vas a tener los hertz.
Sí, porque es que en el Switch tiene 30 FPS Zelda, so it's not important.
Oh,
Pero nada,
ya,
lo
pero
que me
pa-
refiero es que cogen eso y lo ponen encima del monitor y parece que es que está viéndose ese footage en el monitor, o sea, está tapándolo. O sea, es como si fuera que yo vi a alguien que literalmente puso el gameplay de esto, y entonces cuando una vez cometió un error fue que se le cayó algo en el setup y de momento se vio que estaba proyectando encima de su monitor y el monitor se movió de sitio. Eso lo vi en Warzone 1. Alguien lo puso, yo creo que alguien lo retuiteó en Twitter una vez. Así estaban tapando los wall hacks. Era poniendo un footage encima del monitor, como hacen los TV shows para el green screen, whatever.
Pero es que no hace sentido porque significa que él no estaba mirando ese monitor.
O sea, fuck.
Porque entiendo lo que quieres decir. Ok, entiendo lo que quieres decir. Ok, voy a explicarlo. Tienes dos monitores. En un monitor
Ajá.
tienes los wallhacks, en el otro monitor estás proyectando. Tú, en tu cámara, tú estás, el monitor cam lo estás apuntando al monitor de OBS. Y en el otro te estás jugando con wallhacks. Pero significa que tú no estás mirando el monitor correcto.
O sea, yo voy a estar mirando el del juego. Vamos a suponer que la persona tiene 3 monitores.
Pero tú tienes
O sea,
que
lo
mirar el que tiene los wallhacks.
Exacto, pues él está mirando el de los wall hacks, pero él está pretendiendo que el del game...
Es el que él está
es
mirando.
Exacto, he's pretending.
Pero entonces... entonces estas personas tienen una sola cámara entonces. No tienen dos cámaras.
Exacto.
Ok,
Sí,
o sea, la única cámara que tienen es la del
Es la del
monitor
monitor.
cam. No es que tienen
Exacto.
face cam, monitor cam y... Ok.
Exacto.
Ok, ahora sí. Eso hace sentido. Entiendo cómo eso puede ser posible.
Sí, porque hay mucha gente que no son streamers, pero compiten, so they just show...
Eso antes enseña que el monitor, exacto. Pero tienes que tener... No, papi, tienes que tener handcam, monitor cam.
Sí.
Tienes que... yo quiero ver solamente, yo quiero ver tu juego como si estuviésemos viendo un video de TikTok. Yo quiero ver toda la pantalla tapada con 15 cámaras, el mapa a la izquierda y un poquito de gameplay en el medio.
Como por eso es que King, Impact, tuvo que hacer que se vea el cuarto entero abajo, literalmente.
Ajá.
Para que sean los 3 monitores a la misma vez, porque, si no, no pueden hacer de nada. Sean los 3 monitores completos.
Exacto. Ok, pero sí, entiendo. Pero nada, monitor cam y no hay forma de que haya wallhacks, que es lo que más estamos sospechando.
Sí.
Porque lo demás es como que más fácil de descubrir, aparentemente.
That will test.
Ok,
When he
continúo.
asked- when,
Ujú.
Lo que te iba a decir antes era que como tú sabes que esa persona tiene más de un monitor. ¿Entiendes? Porque si no es un nobody que está compitiendo nada más, o sea, there's no way you could know. Porque they could be lying.
Por eso, pero, o sea, eso es lo que dice yo, wow, que tiene que haber una cámara que enseñe tu setup completo.
Sí, ahí sí.
Tiene que haber una cámara que enseñe tu setup completo, no hay break. Que si quieres ser un jugador profesional, papi, tienes que invertir en unas cámaras que apunten a todo.
Cyrus got asked to money cam,
Prosigue,
he had to close the game, right? Now, Joe, well, you guys all play competitive COD. If you ask someone to money cam and they have to close their game to monitor cam, there's going to be a red flag there, right?
Yeah, that's where.
100%, right? But at this time, right? I also want to say this: me and Cyrus were never playing a lot. We were never a duo. It was more of I would play with him if I felt bad because he was always in our cords asking for good people to play with.
Ok. Ya, no sé. No sé. Ya aquí es que yo siento que él no... Él está tratando de esconder algo porque... Él está diciendo aquí, no es que yo y el pana éramos dúo. Era que estábamos jugando y yo jugaba con él cuando me daba pena, porque estábamos todos en un modo Discord y él como que estaba buscando a alguien con quien jugar y pues yo decía, pues dale, vamos a jugar. Como que le cogía pena. Yo creo que eso es mierda. Yo creo que ya ahí eso es mierda.
And we'd all not want to play because the people he's wanting.
Yo no sé si alguien está dispuesto a jugar con alguien por dinero porque te da pena.
To play against were very good players, right? And you just didn't feel comfortable with your money, playing with him. So there was times, which this is one of the times, where I gave in and would play the child with him, right? It was never a whole duo-ship. Get that out the window real fucking quick. I was never gaming with him 24/7. We were never looking for childs. None of that. And on top of that, I never even knew 100% that he cheated. I had an opinion on it, right? Me and Unveiled played Claptic and Cyrus, right? This is January of Mazra. This is this game, not Caldera. I had no knowledge of him cheating, not one fucking bit. We played them in January. It was Claptic and Cyrus versus me and Unveiled, and it was it was Clink and Cyrus. Clink and Cyrus versus me and Unveiled, and it was a 25+ tournament, and one player under 25. It was a miss know-it-all. And we played them, and Cyrus literally dropped double me and Unveiled's kills, right? So then we start thinking, okay, he's sus. And this is where me and his fallout happened, by the way. It happened because I thought he was cheating, so when I lost to him back-to-back days, I was tweeting out a red box gif, pissed as fuck. Mad as fuck. But as you guys know in this community, you can accuse somebody, etc., etc. Nothing's ever going to get done, so I just, I held my peace. I moved on from it. Now let me backtrack to this real quick. He said that I paid him for the cheats. The only conversation me and him ever had about cheating, he was down bad, and this was the end of Caldera, which I had no idea he was cheating in Caldera at all, because the childs that we were playing, we were fucking losing. How the fuck are we going down money? First of all, just want to point that out.
Ok, solo está diciendo que él no sabía que estaba hackeando en Caldera porque estaban perdiendo. O sea, estaban perdiendo dinero en Caldera, supuestamente. Y lo creo, porque si ganaron solamente $1,000, pues...
Oh, by the way. The only time cheating was ever mentioned, let me get back to this. He was down bad one night. He's a 16-year-old kid, right? I made a comment saying, why don't you just hack? Because in my eyes, a lot of people do cheat. He's correct about that, I genuinely do think there's a lot of cheesy scumbags in the scene who cheat. I made a comment saying, why don't you just hack? Because he was already down money at this point. This wasn't me peer pressuring him. It was a simple question. And I was kind of throwing it off as a troll site. Anyone who knows me that's in your stream, whatever, they will know that I'm very annoyed at playing the game. I'm very annoyed at getting hacked on. It was just a blind comment that I made, just, whatever. I guess he took it serious.
So, él está diciendo como que... Eso de que... Ok. el Cyrus, que fue el primero que entrevistaron, él dice que este chamaco lo incitó a hackear. Le dijo, Achuja, vamos a hackear, vamos a hacer que sí el otro. Ahora él lo está describiendo como si un día estaba en el chat y la estaba pasando mal, estaba molesto y le dijo, ¿por qué no hackeas? Y ya. Como que, ¿por qué no te vas a hackear? Algo así.
Obviously. And now, I would love, just want to say this real quick. I would absolutely love for there to be any proof of this. Because if I'm in Discords with him, if me and him are sharing each other on Snapchat, Twitter, there has to be some proof. I had no idea that he was cheating. The kid was hacking against me, literally hacking against me.
So, okay, here's my question to this, right? Is, okay, why do you think he decided to kind of put the blame on you, right? One, and then two, whenever he's stating and he's saying that you begged him, that you told him multiple times, like, yo, so are you saying that the only time you ever mentioned anything was one time and you said, well, why don't you cheat? Or was it like an ongoing quote unquote joke?
No, it was never an ongoing joke. I had made a comment because he owed money. Yeah, he had
Le está preguntando si cuando él le dijo, hey, ¿por qué no te vas a hackear? Le está preguntando si eso sucedió muchas veces o si eso fue, si era un chiste que sucedía constantemente o si eso fue una vez nada más. Y él le está diciendo que no, eso fue una vez nada más.
He had a pretty outstanding debt at the time. It was some words of like $600-700, and I made a comment saying.
So, él dice que él tenía una deuda de $600, no sé por qué. Me imagino que fue que se puso a apostar dinero en wagers y no podía pagar.
Why doesn't he cheat just to try to make his money back and then pay it back?
Entonces él le dijo, pues, ¿por qué no hackeas y tratas de conseguir los chavos para atrás? Eso fue un poquito muy específico.
He brushed it off. Nothing even came from that conversation. There was no him just rushing to go do it or whatever. Literally, nothing came from that conversation.
A lo mejor ya estaba hackeando.
Now, okay, he's claiming a lot of these things. I'm just asking, like, there has to be some type of proof here. There has to be.
So I think the big question that a lot of people were asking was, okay, you sent him money to help out with some of his debts. Why did you send him $31.66 exactly, which is, I think, what the cheat cost?
Yeah, no knowledge on that, why he wanted that, but there's multiple times where I paid his wager losses.
So you would pay to the cent number.
Yes, and you can attest to this. I don't know what he needed the money for. He didn't tell me. He would say it's a wager.
So el Goj está preguntando, okay, so si esto es verdad lo que estás diciendo, ¿por qué tú le enviaste exactamente esta cantidad de dólares? No sé, ¿cuánto dijo? 36.
Multiple times where I paid his wager losses. Yeah.
$66 money to help out with some of his debts. Why did you send him $31.66 exactly?
$31.66 exactamente. O sea, ¿por qué realmente le enviaste eso? Que eso es lo que supuestamente... O sea, entonces está diciendo... Ghost está diciendo supuestamente eso es lo que cuesta un hack. Eso es lo que cuesta uno de los hacks. Exactamente eso es lo que cuesta uno de los cheats. Y el otro está diciendo, mira, en verdad no sé, o sea, él me pedía unos chavos y eso era exactamente lo que él enviaba. A veces él perdía unos wagers y eso era exactamente, esos eran los chavos que le daba de los wagers.
Exactly, which is, I think, what the cheat cost.
Yeah, no knowledge on that, why he wanted that, but there's multiple times where I paid his wager losses.
So you would pay to the cent number.
Yes, and you can attest to this. I don't know what he needed the money for. He didn't tell me. He would say it's a wager loss or whatever. Clink Slays, you guys can go get his opinion on this too. He would ask all of us to pay his wager losses. 90% of the time when he was playing at the end of Caldera, he didn't have the money to pay his losses.
Sure, totally understand that. I've helped the boys out before a time or two, but you know, do you usually send like to the cent? Like
no, it's usually like 25, 50 or something like that. That's more of like a more wager, common number. But
yeah, right.
That's what he asked to do. But can I ask you guys this question real quick? If I'm gonna pay for this kid to cheat, why wouldn't I play with him? Because you guys are making it seem, or at least he's making it seem like me and him were the duo. Bro, we played 4 wagers together in the span of Caldera to Mazra. I played 1 wager with him in Al Mazra, and it was against Vap.
Ok, so aquí él dice, si ustedes verdad creen que yo lo incité a él a comprarse hacks para jugar con él, pues entonces díganme por qué yo solamente jugué con él 5 veces. Algunas veces en Caldera y una sola vez en Almazra, que sería Warzone 2. O sea, supuestamente jugaron 5 o 6 veces juntos.
Jesus.
So I guess if you knew he was cheating,
Yeah, did you
if
know
there's
he was
proof
cheating?
of
That's
you playing against him
I
after
knew
you
he was
knew.
cheating. And no, it wasn't after. I got the idea that he was like we already had a suspicion because of the whole monitor cam thing when he had to close his game. I knew he was cheating after me and Unveiled played him in Clink's plays and he dropped 35, 37, and 33 on me in a tournament.
But
Ok. So, la teoría de él es que ellos básicamente ellos rompieron o tuvieron un dilema gigantesco, una pelea. Yo me acuerdo que cuando el Cyrus estaba hablando, él dijo que una vez ellos como que pelearon y se dejaron de hablar. Él está diciendo que supuestamente ellos se dejaron de hablar porque una vez Cyrus compitió en contra de este chamaco, que se me olvidó el nombre de él. El punto es que compitió en contra de él. Y en contra de él le hizo 33, 35 y 37, algo así. O sea, que los partió. Les dio una prendida. Que el Cyrus vino virado. Y eso como que lo confirmó a este tipo. Tienen que estar hackeando. Porque recuerda que él ya tenía la sospecha de que Cyrus estaba hackeando cuando le pidieron, hey, ¿puedes enseñar la cámara de tu monitor? Y él tuvo que cerrar el juego para poner la cámara del monitor y después perdieron por pela. Así que volvió... En un futuro vuelven a competir en contra y Cyrus lo parte. Como que este tipo es el dios de Warzone.
That's when I tweeted out the GIF.
But did you know for a fact he was cheating? Because
No, it was an assumption. No, it was, to be fair, yeah, it was an assumption. My bad, it was an assumption.
So él dice que estaba asumiendo que estaba hackeando. No es que lo sabe 100%, él está asumiendo.
So if you knew that okay, so say I guess the counter to that is if you knew he was cheating and then that you played against him, that would confirm that you didn't know he was cheating, you just assumed. Because if you played against him and you knew he was cheating, then that would just be stupid, obviously, duh.
Why would I want to get robbed?
Exactly. So if you can like show proof that you played against him during the time that people are saying that you knew, then you'd be like, why would I play against him if I knew he was cheating?
Okay, so the last 2 times I played him, it was in back-to-back days. Sammy had a 25-plus tournament where it was 1 25-plus player and 1 player below. I played him in that tournament when he was with Clink Slays. It was me and Veiled. And then the very next day, I played him in a CMG Gladiator, right? It was him, Claptic versus me and Veiled, and the same thing was done again. That's back-to-back days. And then I took the break and played Apex right after that. I didn't play it. Just came back to COD maybe a month ago.
Ok, so él volvió a suceder. Él volvió a jugar. Cyrus lo volvió a partir. Lo partió tan feo que él se quitó de Warzone. Se fue a jugar Apex y volvió recientemente con Ranked.
So here's a quick question, just so I'm trying again to solidify you being on here. First of all, it takes balls. I'm just gonna go and throw it out there. We're not here to crucify you. We're not here to we're just here to clear things up, right? So the reason why I say that is because like on your tweet that you tweeted out, you said the only mistake that you did was knowing that he was hacking and not doing anything before that.
That was in January. So right after that tournament, I quit, right? Went back to Apex, started doing my thing. But there was a conversation where after those tournaments...
So, en enero, él se quita, supuestamente. En enero, él se quita, se va para Apex. Eso es más o menos la misma fecha que Impact también se fue para Apex. ¿Verdad? Que el corillo de PR se fue como para Apex a jugar también.
I fully believed he was cheating. I would say it a lot in chords with my homies, like Unveiled. A lot of guys. A lot of people can attest to this too. I really thought he was cheating. I had messaged Sammy a month after. This is when I was playing Apex. I wasn't even on COD. I had messaged her literally in February. I think it was February 10th. I still have the DM saying that Cyrus is literally 1 PC check away from getting caught. And nothing happened from that.
So, él le escribió a alguien. Él le escribió a alguien que y le dijo, mira, este tipo, Cyrus está un PC check para que lo cachen. Para que lo cojan. PC check significa como que una persona entra en tu computadora y revisa todos los files y todas las cosas que tú tienes. PC check no significa 100% que no estabas hackeando, porque antes de que te chequeen la PC hay formas de remover los hacks y remover evidencia. Pero demuestra que en ese momento que te revisaron la computadora no tenías hacks instalados.
She didn't PC check him. He's never PC checked since. Like, I'll admit, I had an assumption and maybe I should have went more crazy with it. But I did DM Sammy.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I don't think if you are assuming, because things can quickly escalate to I think this guy's cheating. Then you turn into a bad boy B-man, right? Then you turn into a fucking call of shame. Obviously, nobody wants another one of those, right? But so
He's
what
also
I'm asking,
friends with all my homies too. It would really cause a disruption in the circle, you know. I don't want to be that guy, bro.
what all I'm trying to say is did you for sure yes, no he was cheating, or for sure no? Because
I assumed
assume,
because the skill difference. The skill difference was insane.
So okay, so that's what my question is. So everything.
Ok, so él no sabe 100% si estaba hackeando, pero él está asumiendo, bro, el skill tuyo de la noche a la mañana es de dioses. O sea, cambiaste totalmente como jugador. Eso es lo que él está diciendo. Y eso es lo que lo hace tan sospechoso para él, porque cambió de la nada. Update en qué estoy viendo. Estamos viendo Pullze Podcast, que es un podcast de Warzone nada más. Y están entrevistando, bueno, ya entrevistaron a una persona que 100% es hacker y ahora están entrevistando a una persona que fue dúo de él, que tal vez sabía que era hacker.
Forget about assuming, right? You didn't know for a fact. And I know Knight's here in the chat telling me that you vouched 5 months ago, you told him.
Yeah, Knight's here. I that was the night I accused him, literally, when I lost. Literally, it was Kunja Knight in the Discord.
So just so so we can get a general understanding, he's saying, obviously, Cyrus is saying that you told him multiple times you should cheat. That you paid for his hacks, so you obviously had to know. So this entire time, you're saying you did not know for a fact until probably this video was shared, correct?
Well, no, I had the assumption that he was, but there
assume.
wasn't concrete evidence. Yeah, there wasn't concrete evidence.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that, guys, for everybody watching, is because obviously, if I paid for the hacks, then he would know.
Why wouldn't I run it up with him? Bro, if I'm paying for someone to cheat, why wouldn't I just play with him? Like, I despise playing with him because I could play with better players. If I'm gonna pay for someone to cheat, why would I not just run up a fucking bag?
Did you like play with him, like outside of obviously not tourneys, because we would have seen.
So la lógica del chamaco este, ¿cuál era el nombre de él?
Paying for someone to cheat, why wouldn't I just play with him?
This entire time, you're saying you did not know for a fact until probably this video was shared, correct?
Well, no, I had the assumption that he was, but there
assume.
wasn't concrete evidence. Yeah, there wasn't concrete evidence.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that, guys, for everybody watching, is because obviously, if I paid for the hacks, then
Solidify. So, de nuevo, cuando estaba Cyrus en la conversación hace 30 minutos atrás, Cyrus estaba diciendo que Solidify le pagó a Cyrus los hacks para que ellos dos fueran un equipo. Uno con hacks, otro sin hacks, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Te está diciendo, pero si eso es verdad, si realmente yo le pagué los hacks a este chamaco, ¿por qué jugamos nada más que como 4 o 5 veces? Eso es lo que le está diciendo. Jugaron bien pocas veces, supuestamente. Cyrus 100% era un chamaquito que hackeó mucho más de lo que él estaba diciendo que hackeó, que probablemente ganó mucho más dinero de lo que realmente ganó. Un chamaquito que cometió muchos errores, muchísimos errores. De eso sí estamos 100% claros. Lo que no estamos 100% claros es de este.
And he would know.
Why wouldn't I run it up with him? Bro, if I'm paying for someone to cheat, why wouldn't I just play with him? Like, I despise playing with him because I could play with better players.
So, él está diciendo, ¿verdad? Que yo odio jugar con Cyrus porque Cyrus no es tan bueno. Yo pudiera jugar con otros jugadores. Así que, ¿por qué yo jugaría con él? Si él tuviera... O sea, si él supiera que él tuviera los hacks, pues tal vez jugaría más con él. Pero él odia jugar con él porque no es un buen jugador.
Did you like play with him, like outside of obviously not tourneys because we would have seen that, but like did you play with him like wagers and like kill bets and stuff? I just had a lot of people.
There was one kill bet.
Okay.
It was me and Veiled, Pullze, and Cyrus. Rafi gave us what was the number? You'd have to ask Rafi. It was a pretty high number though, but we did the kill bet, and Rafi had asked for Cyrus to monitor cam, right? No big deal at that point. No, but Rafi can attest to that too. If he's in the chat, he'll attest to that. It was a kill bet. It was me, Pullze, and Veiled, and Cyrus. It was a pretty high number, But his one thing was he wanted all of us to monitor cam and Cyrus to monitor cam as well. But Cyrus only had one monitor, it wasn't a big deal. We played the first map. Again, he gave us a pretty high number. We barely beat it, but Cyrus dropped 6 kills first map. Like he didn't play good that like pretty much that whole series. I still have the screenshots on my Twitter from those kill bets actually. But it wasn't because of Cyrus, and he was also monitor camming too. That's the 2 times I played with him in Mazda. It was the kill bet when we played when Rafi gave it to us, and I played Jesus and that with him.
Jugaron 2 veces en Almazra. 2 veces.
Okay. I kind of understand. It's just kind of painting the picture to me, right? At the end of the day, chat, everybody's going to decide what they want to decide. We're not here to fucking give a verdict and shit, saying, you know, Jerry Springer, right? But I guess it's on one end, he's saying that you bought him the cheats, you kind of forced him to, and then you guys played together so you could make money, he could pay off his debt. And then you're saying, bro, like I did give him money to pay off his debt, but not for cheats.
It was
you gave him money. Yeah, you paid off his money.
It wasn't just me; it was a few others too.
Okay, and so I guess the crazy thing is, I don't know who's lying or who's not, right? But the crazy thing to me is, if you are telling the truth, which I did the same thing. The same thing I'm about to say for you is the same thing that I said to Cyrus. Like, if you are correct, I told him to say that if what Cyrus is saying is correct, it's kind of crazy. So same thing to you. If, you know, Cyrus came up with this huge, you know, lie saying that you did all this just so he looks a little bit better for cheating, that's kind of insane to me, right? So I'm trying to let you guys kind of have your say, but yeah,
I haven't even spoke to him prior to. I still haven't spoke to him now, but I haven't spoke to him prior to this since like I had that big. I was mad when I lost to him the one day. You know, I thought he was cheating. I felt like I was getting finessed by a homie. I had tweeted a red box gift, right? I haven't really talked to him since that. We had a little falling out. We didn't really talk much. I don't know what the motive for this would be. I truthfully don't. I wish I could fucking tell you. I wish, bro. I fucking wish. At one point, I really didn't fuck with this kid. He's a part of our circle. You know, he was a good kid at the time. We all were, you know, we were really fond having him around. He was a very good kid. We had a falling out. Nothing was said past that. I just thought he was cheating. I thought he was cheating versus me, so, you know, it got me upset. I haven't really spoke to him since then, this today. There's just so many questions. Like, 1, where's the proof? 2, if I'm paying for someone to cheat, why would I not grind? Like, if you're going to think I'm that big of a scumbag where I'm going to do that, why would I not run up a bag with that said person? But yet, that person's playing against me more than I'm playing. How does that make any sense?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm letting you.
Otro argumento interesante es que aparentemente jugaron muchas veces en contra. O sea, si yo le estoy pagando a esta persona para hackear, porque yo voy a enfrentarme contra él tantas veces, porque una de las veces por la que pelearon y casi se separan es por la vez que el chamaquito, que Cyrus le ganó a él y se hizo más de 30 kills 3 veces corridas. Eso fue la sospecha real.
That's bad for my own wallet. Like, why the fuck would I want someone like that's insane?
So, yeah. Boys, and what do you guys think? I don't want to take too much of the.
Nah, you know, the only weird part for me is just the money, which obviously, I mean, if you're looking at the chat, everybody's spamming it. Like, I just look, if my homie needs 3166, I'm sending him 32 or 35 or 30 or what, like.
So, la parte sospechosa, la única parte sospechosa que está diciendo Goach aquí es que Cyrus, esa fue una de las primeras cosas que discutimos, Cyrus le pidió a él $31.66. Y él está diciendo, mira, en verdad, si mi pana me pide $31.66, yo le mando $32. Yo no le mando $31.66. Yo le mando 32, 35, pero no le mando 31.66.
I don't know, man. That's just weird to me. If that's what you do, though, to like
100%
fully cover, maybe it's because you needed to pay out of the PayPal. I don't know. I'm not trying to give you an excuse, but
in that situation, because I know sometimes on PayPal you could do a request. Was it one of these things where he said, "Hey, can you send me this?" Or is it he sent a request and you just said, accept or whatever, send?
No, I just sent. He asked for that. He must have just asked for that amount. He never requested money once.
so you would have had to manually type in a weird ass number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, that comes off like to me weird as well, is because it is such a weird number. Like you said, if you're doing wagers,
Sí, yo estaba pensando eso, como que a lo mejor Cyrus le pide un invoice, porque tú puedes pedir un invoice, tú puedes ir a PayPal y yo le digo a Enanito, hey Enanito, mándame esta cantidad de dinero, y PayPal te manda ese invoice, y entonces tú le das sí, si quiero pagar eso, y PayPal le manda a los chavos. Si no es así, pues porque tú escribes 31,66, eso es medio raro.
it's going to be $35,
But
$40,
there's other transactions
50.
there that aren't that.
Yeah.
We've paid his wager losses before, where there's 20, 25, probably a 50 in there too. Like, I didn't do it for the cheats. I thought I was helping somebody out that needed it.
Yeah, I can't see the guy's PayPal info. You know, I'm just looking at a picture. You know what I mean? That's all I see. So I got no idea.
Okay. Yeah, this is honestly, this is crazy. This is it's so many he said, she said type deal, and I don't want it to turn into, because we can be here all day talking about this, and you know, I don't know what, right? I think Solidify, you gave your statement, you said what you wanted to say.
Yeah, I think I addressed everything for the most part. I mean, dude, there's a lot of crazy stuff here. There's got to be something here, you know? If I'm doing all of this, there has to be something. Proof, a receipt, something. There has to be something.
I mean, I'm just curious.
I mean, I guess. Oh, sorry.
Did you, for example, that whole everybody spamming 3166? Is that like? Did you send 3166 exactly, or was that like, yo, send me $32, and then like PayPal's business expense took off 44?
It might have been that. Honestly, I don't remember.
I'm just trying to wrap my head.
Honest, but what I do know is he didn't request it. It's not like he requested that exact amount. He must have just said, yo, I need this, and that's it.
The thing you could do is just show all the times you have literally sent him anything. Like, I'm assuming he probably hasn't changed either his account or anything. You could just show that and just screenshot that. I mean, I feel like that. And I guess if there's not like proof that like y'all were grinding like every single day, then
honestly, got 4 wagers total, and we lost 3 of them, I'm pretty sure.
Cool. I don't have anything else. I mean, I have no idea what the right answer is, but I appreciate you coming on and
I mean, I honestly wasn't gonna come on because this is drunk.
Yeah, it's tough.
I got you.
I mean, no. I'm gonna say this, Solidify. I appreciate you coming on. I always tell people like all the time, even last week with the whole scumming situation. With this, we have this platform, and we don't like anybody getting shit twisted. And you say your piece. You know, Cypress says, or Cyrus says his piece, and you know, whatever people want to decide is what people want to decide. And you know, I mean, I feel like you said everything you needed to say. He said everything he needed to say. And I mean, if there's anything,
I would say too, like, if to kind of show like, I guess you could say like your side of the story, if you do show like all the times you've paid him, I think if there's other things in there that are for waiters and stuff, it would be higher than that number or lower. But I would say if you do plan on showing proof, I would maybe like, I don't know if there's addresses in there. I don't want anybody to get like doxed or anything. I would blur out like 100%. Maybe some of the email or something. But if that's his email.
Nah, yo creo que esta conversación se está acabando. Yo sé que ellos tienen otra conversación que tocar después. Sí, aquí se acaba la conversación de Solidify.
There is 4 matches that I played with him, guys. There's 4. 3 in Caldera, and there's 1 in Mazar where it was...
During the times, money was the times that he was... Because he...
There is 4 matches that I played with him, guys.
Jugaron 4 veces nada más. No sé, yo creo que Cypher está... Yo creo que el Cyrus ese está el garete. Supuestamente jugaron 4 partidas nada más.
There's 4. 3 in Caldera, and there was 1 in Mazar where it was a 2v2.
3 en Caldera y 1 en el Mazra.
Kill that we played that Rafi gave us. That's it. Like, I'm literally down money in that whole 5-game spread too. I'm down money in that, literally.
All right.
Yeah.
We were never a duo. He would come into chords asking a lot of us to play. He'd ask Angel, a lot of these guys. Most of us would say no most of the time because he's asking to play Chalice that we thought were just...
No sé. O sea... Sí. No sé. O sea, si Cyrus quiere acusar a este chamaco, tiene que traer más información. Porque tiene que traer más información. O sea, lo está metiendo en el medio, pero no hay suficiente evidencia. Y solamente jugaron 4 partidas juntos. Son muy pocas partidas. Significa que de los $1,000 ni siquiera, de los $1,000 que se ganó el chamaco, ni siquiera fue con él. Fueron $1,000 de otra cosa.
Just not fair in our favor, you know? Just to be honest, we just thought it wasn't fair in our favor. But there was times.
No, tampoco sé si es verdad. Pero imagino que ahora Cyrus tuviera que confirmar. Mira, en verdad fueron 4 partidas. O sea, 4
They would
wagers.
say ones that I would be
Well,
like,
no.
okay, like I think we can win that. Let's play that, you know? Because I'd be confident in it. That's literally it. That's it.
All right, man. Listen, I appreciate you coming on. I think again, you said what you needed to say. You know, Cyrus said whatever you needed to say, and
I know this.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everything
Clear
else.
Christ. Hey, I don't know. Boys, what's your?
I mean, I guess the thing that cleared up my part of it was that even if part of or the price of the cheats was half or that like all of the payments that is incurred is like random numbers. So like, but it is weird to me that the random numbers were during the time he was sending money.
Exacto. Las cosas son...
was the time that he was saying he was cheating. So, but again, if he is true about saying that there was only 4 times they played and he was playing against him, if he knew he was cheating,
And he's down money. It is
and he's
kind of
down money,
odd. It's
like
so
if
weird.
Yeah, like if he knows, if you know somebody's cheating, you're not gonna play against them. Like,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. Like, so I don't even know. Bro.
There's a lot. I'm getting boys. When I say I'm getting a lot of.
Veanle pausa aquí. Yo estoy bastante seguro que ahí se acaba la conversación como quiera. Porque después lo que viene es otro tema. Ellos van a continuar el podcast y esto lo termino yo por mi cuenta. Pero otro tema que no tiene que ver con el hacks. Los puntos en contra... O sea, los puntos a favor del último chamaco es... Solamente jugaron 4 veces, supuestamente. Perdieron dinero. Entre todo lo que jugaron juntos, perdieron dinero. Y él jugó en contra de él. O sea, él llegó a jugar en contra varias veces del hacker. Así que si tú sabes que este tipo está hackeando, si tú sabes que tú le estás pagando los hacks, ¿por qué vas a jugar en contra? Si tú sabes que este tipo está hackeando, ¿cómo estás perdiendo dinero? Esos son los puntos a favor del último chamaco. Puntos en contra del último chamaco son los $31.66. Él dijo que envió $31.66. Sí, él dijo que lo envió. O sea, el chamaco, el último que llegó, él dijo que sí le envió los $31.66. Eso es lo que es bien sospechoso. ¿De qué forma yo puedo verme enviando $31.66? En vez de $32. Tal vez el chamaco le pide $31.66 y tú le coges pena y en verdad como que no te cae muy bien y le envía exactamente eso para demostrarle al chamaco: yo no voy a pedir chavo porque te voy a enviar esto. No sé. Es que de todas formas es rarísimo enviar exactamente esa cantidad de dinero que supuestamente es lo que cuesta unos hacks. Eso es todo. Eso es lo más incriminante para el chamaco. Es eso. Lo otro que él dice es que no le gusta jugar con él para que le envíe dinero. Pues es que supuestamente él le coge pena. Eso es lo que él explicó. Él supuestamente le envía dinero y le envió un par de veces. Porque ellos son parte de un grupo de amigos. O de un grupo, un corillo de amigos como que se juegan entre ellos y se usan de equipo y cosas así. Y pues como que le coge pena y le envía a los chavos, supuestamente. Envíame $100, vete a trabajar. Eso es lo que te voy a decir yo a ti. Bueno, chat, yo me fui. No, pero el Anito, en verdad, si necesitas chavo, pues vas a saber. Se envió Mata. Saludos, se envió Mata. Te cuidas, pa. Chat, yo los dejo. Todo bueno. Sí, voy a subirla a YouTube. YouTube, si les gustó, déjenlo en los comentarios. Yo puedo seguir subiendo